Hey guys, Dr. Kahu here and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be doing a new what if, and that is, what if Deku was Endeavor's son, the movie? Now as usual guys, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you guys want me to continue making these what if movies, 250 likes guys, 250 likes, and I will continue making these what if movies. Now stay tuned for a lot of my other movies that I'm going to be making, especially I'm going to be collaborating a lot of my old ones so I can finish them off, and eventually do a Dragon Ball, Naruto, and at this present time, My Hero Academia multiverse connection, eventually, okay? But that's only a future plan that I'll get to very soon. I hope you guys all understand, I hope you guys like them, and so from there, I'm done jibber jabbering, let's get into this new movie, and that is, what if Deku was Endeavor's son, the movie? So of course guys, let our movie begin. Now, our story is going to take place with the one above all, Deku. Izuku's looking at the screens. What if Deku had an upgrade Quirk, and he's like, hey Uraraka-san, I don't want to watch this today. Too much things I need to do in that. And she looks at Izuku and realizes that he's actually serious. Just goes, alright Deku, if that's the case, we'll watch that next time, but I want to watch that next time. And he goes, fair enough, fair enough. I'm just gonna let you know that that's the universe that kind of messes with my powers in a good and irritating way, okay? And she goes, oh, I see. And he goes, yeah, I'm just trying to stave off the inevitable with that one. But anyway, I have a cool idea, a cool story I want to show you. I actually saw it before, and Izuku waves his hand, and the crystallized screen appears right in front of Uraraka, and she taps the screen like normal. What goes down is, as it projects into her mind, what if Deku was Endeavor's son? She looks at Izuku and she goes, wow. I saw a story with All Might being your dad, and now what? Endeavor? Let's see how this goes. And Izuku smiles. Yeah, let's see. And she looks at Izuku and she goes, are you right, Izuku? And then Izuku has a tear going down his face and goes, yeah, this is a pretty sad story for me, to be honest. I don't like seeing this. Many of the other stories you'll see will eventually have some type of hurt or loss like this, but this is a good story, nonetheless, okay? You don't want to see the bad version. And she looks at Izuku and he goes, yeah. But anyway, let's continue with the story. Izuku places his hand in open infinite space, because that's where they are. And what goes down is a massive projection of the reality appears right in front of Izuku and Uraraka. And as they watch on, our true story is about to begin. Now, Izuku is going to grow up the normal exact life as he does in canon. Okay, he's going to have his green-black hair, he's going to have green eyes through Midoria, and his dad apparently is off abroad, okay? Everything like that is going to go relatively the same. Even Izuku's school life up until the age of 4 is all the same, okay? And Izuku, out of all his friends, is going to be the last one to develop his quirk, and you'll see why. But what goes down is, as Katsuki Bakugo develops his quirk, Enko takes Izuku to the doctors, where the doctor states that Izuku Midoria is going to have a quirk, and judging by the looks of things, Izuku's going to have a powerful one. They are unsure what it is, but once his quirk activates, bring him back immediately. And they ask, by the way, what is Izuku's, what is your guys' quirks? And she goes, well, my quirk is to move objects, float objects to me, and his dad, well, and he goes, what, his dad? And Izuku looks at his mum, and Izuku goes, my dad can breathe fire. And Enko goes, yeah, he can shoot fire in his mouth, and thanks to that, he's kind of immune to the fire-ish. And she goes, oh, so a fire quirk and a moving quirk. Well, maybe your son has a perfect combination of the two, or maybe it's a mutation I don't know about. But your son will have a quirk, okay? Young Enko, and she smiles. Thank you for that, doctor. And Izuku goes, thank you. I'm going to have a quirk. Is it going to be strong like All Might? And then the doctor goes, maybe. We shall see. And so Izuku goes home happy and excited, you know. But unfortunately for Izuku's life, because his quirk takes a while to appear, he's actually going to get bullied for a bit. So he's going to tell everyone he's going to have a quirk, but he just needs to wait. And so Izuku goes on his life kind of normal for the first year, okay? As I told you, he's going to be the last of all his friends to develop a quirk. But as Izuku waits a whole year, this is when he starts to get bullied immediately. Bakugo calls Izuku a fake and a liar, and starts to bully him, picks on him, you know? And so people start to do that to the point where Izuku takes the name as Deku. And so as Deku's living his life, he's so upset until the age of 5. When he turned 5, he was really hot one day. Flustered, he was sweating. He was like, Mom, I don't feel well. can we go to the doctors? And Deku goes, yeah, of course, Izuku, of course, what's the matter? She touches Izuku's head and her hand burns. She's like, ah! As if it was on fire. She's like, what the? Izuku, are you? And he goes, I'm not feeling well, Mom. She goes to tip a little bit of water on his head, but instantly turns to steam. And she's just realizing, is Izuku developing this quirk right now? She begins to panic. She gets a giant blanket, she puts it in the bath and hoses it down with water. So she wraps her son up. And she wraps Izuku into the blanket and takes him into the car, knowing that if Izuku makes true contact with any of the fabric in the car, he could possibly burn the car down, and she has to sit in the car with him. He's really hot to the point where he can burn her. And so as Inko takes Izuku to the doctors, the worst thing imaginable happens. Right away, as this goes down, Izuku begins to cough out fire. Inko goes, Izuku is like, Mom, I can't breathe. And she's like, it's alright, Izuku, just hold on. And what goes down is immediately as she says that, the blankets around Izuku ignite. Not into red flames, but into blue flames. Immediately ignites around Izuku, and she's like, she looks at her son and she begins to swerve because the flames are mega hot. Okay? And as Izuku begins to panic, like he's on fire, he's like, what the? He's starting to panic, and so is Inko. To the point where Inko, even though they're almost at the Quirk doctor's place, Inko swerves the car, she gets burnt badly by Izuku, and the car actually crashes into another vehicle. But what goes down is, as the car crashes, Izuku's seatbelt burnt off and he gets sent flying out the window. Luckily he was wrapped up in those damp but now dry burning blankets. As Izuku flies out, he immediately smashes into the other car and he rolls onto the ground. But what goes down, as he rolls to the ground, Izuku, the blankets unfree and Izuku's flames explode around him like a massive tornado. Inko's injured badly and she sees her son and everyone's like, what the hell's going on? Is that a villain? And so, long story short, they come and they put Izuku out. Izuku completely collapses because his quirk has now fully manifested, and it's blue flames mounting everything. And at the height of Izuku's rampage or awakening of his quirk, the flames go from just normal casual blue flames to super jet blue flames, like massive high-powered plasma flames. For a brief moment, and then Izuku knocked out immediately. The flames getting sucked back up into Izuku's body. It shocks everyone. They're like, he produced the fire and just took it into his body? And they're like, that was a kid? All the heroes are like scrambling. They go to rush Inko and she's badly hurt. She's severely third-degree burns absolutely through her whole left side of her body. And the rest of her body is just, she's mangled. She's in a bad way. She's in critical, absolute going to die position. Izuku, however, just had a heat stroke. And what goes down is Izuku wakes up. About a week later, he was in a kind of coma. As he wakes up, he sees a weird person standing in front of him. He's like, Mom? Where am I? The man looks at him and goes, your mother's dead, kid. Izuku's like, huh? What? He opens his eyes. Who are you? And he goes, Enji Todoroki. He goes, huh? Who? I'm your father, boy. Izuku looks up, and as he looks up, it's Endeavor. And Izuku's like, huh? Izuku looks at his hands. He wonders why he has this this weird feeling, this wave of energy over him. Endeavor goes, I hate to tell you this, kid, but your quirk activated and unintentionally killed your mother. And Izuku looks at him and goes, what? And he breaks down to tears. As he begins to break down to tears, Izuku doesn't realize, but his hair is naturally on fire, and it's emitting blue flames. It doesn't turn off, it doesn't burn all the time, it just emits the fire. But as Izuku begins to become emotional, that blue flame on his head rages, engulfs the entire room, and Endeavor's like, what the hell? I can feel this heat! He's trying to take it, he's like, calm down, kid! He goes to grab Izuku, Izuku panics, he's like, no, you can't say that! I didn't! And immediately after that, Izuku just knocks out. And what goes down is Endeavor looks out the window and he sees Aizawa standing there with cancelling his quirk, and Aizawa walks in and goes, did I hear right? Did you just say to this kid that you're his father? Endeavor looks at him and goes, personal matter. But Endeavor looks at his arms, and his arms were slightly heated up, like almost a rash, a heat rash. He's like, this kid's flames is more powerful than my own. He's much like Toya, but there's no damage on him. He looks at Izuku and he goes, I need you to come visit my property every so often if I need it. And he goes, why is that? I'm going to be taking my son home with me. And Aizawa goes, so he is your son. It goes, personal matter. He goes to the doctors and he goes, I'll sign him off. And they go, but Endeavor, he goes, this is my son. Test my DNA with his. And immediately they do. And of course, it shows that, yep, he is Endeavor's son. The doctor's like, what? And he pays the doctors not to say nothing. Even goes as far as on to pay Aizawa, and Aizawa goes, no way, I don't take money like that. However, I see potential in this kid. I'll only agree to keep it quiet if you allow me to train this kid personally. Endeavor looks at Aizawa and Aizawa's like, no buts. And what goes down is he's fine with it. Izuku wakes up eventually and he finally finds out what goes down. Bear in mind, this is a 5-year-old Izuku, okay? He finally found out what happened fully and didn't panic this time because Aizawa tells him. And Aizawa erases his quirk to make sure, he doesn't explode again. He tells also Izuku that his quirk is a rare quirk. He has an absolute mutation quirk. Not only is a perfect mutation, it's a perfect combination quirk of his mother's quirk and his father's. And Izuku goes, Endeavor said he was my dad. And he goes, he's not wrong. He is your dad. Izuku's like, but my dad, he's away. That was a lie, Izuku. Endeavor states. He walks in. Izuku looks around and Endeavor's like, what? He goes, his Ashi Midoria never really existed. He was just a false alias I paid someone to use and marry your mother to hide my indiscretion. Izuku's like, what? And he goes, you're not my son by marriage. You are my son biologically, but me and your mother weren't married because I was already married to someone else. You're roughly around the same age as your brother, Shoto Todoroki. Now, if you guys are wondering why Endeavor's kind of being nice in the story, it's not the fact that he's being nice. This kid just lost his mother. He's trying to approach it in a way where he's not such an Endeavor as in canon, okay? But bear in mind, he's still Endeavor for now. Endeavor just states, we needed to keep this lie, so one, your mother was safe and you were too. I didn't want to ruin the family that I have at home, but now that I know that your quirk is just like your older brother's Toya's, you need to come back with me. Izuku's like my brother? He goes, yeah, you technically have 4 other siblings. Izuku's like, 4? He's just shocked, And what goes down, he goes, I'm sorry I wasn't there for you, kid. He grabs Izuku and he goes, but you need to come with me. Aizawa looks at Endeavor and agrees, and Endeavor picks up Izuku, because bear in mind he's a 5-year-old kid, and he takes Izuku back to his house. When he gets back to the house, he goes, your life, your story that was Izuku Midoria ends here. Izuku's like, what? And he goes, you can keep the name Midoria. I don't want to raise too much suspicions. He looks up, but the life that you lived with your mother is gone. Look, come. Endeavor opens the door and he tells Ray everything. Ray already knew about the indiscretion that Endeavor caused. This was the condition Izuku and them were meant to be in their lives, but when Ray finds out that Enko's dead and that Izuku has the same flames as his son Toya's, but without the weakness, at first she's really angry and resentful. Bear in mind Toya has already disappeared already. There's Darby. And so she's yay and nay at the same time. But what goes down is she's at a breaking point, because this is roughly around the time where she pours boiling hot water around Shoto. But this is going to happen even earlier because of it. What goes down is Endeavor brings Izuku and takes him to Fumi, Natsuo, and Shoto. As they all meet each other, Endeavor states, he goes, that's enough of that. He goes, tells them that Izuku is going to be training with his brother, training with Shoto from now on. Shoto's like, what? And so what goes down is they all get to know each other. Izuku gets to know his siblings, but most of all, he gets to know truly what his dad's like, okay? Endeavor is the number 2 hero, but Izuku is not as much of a fanboy over Endeavor as All Might. And Endeavor notices this and he tries to burn it out of Izuku by doing so. But what goes down is Endeavor finds out a couple of things while training Izuku. One, Izuku's entirely immune to fire. No matter what Todoroki does to him, even Endeavor, fire does not hurt him. The only thing that hurts Izuku is when he overdoes fire. He exerts and heats himself up, much like Endeavor. However, Izuku won't suffer no pain or repercussion, it just tires him out. That's it. That's the only weakness Izuku's flames have. Now, that's the first thing. The second thing Endeavor realizes is Izuku can technically control his flames. And when I mean control his flames, he's able to make constructs. Like, for instance, he had a battle with Todoroki one time, and Todoroki almost had him with the ice, but Izuku shot a flame at him, but instead of wanting to hurt Todoroki, he stopped it, and the flame stopped right in front of Todoroki, and Izuku turned the flame into a fist, and then punched Todoroki. But what goes down is the flame didn't burn him, but it was a moving plasma mass, meaning it was a physical mass of fire without the heat. That's all it was, but it didn't pass through. It was a solid object until Izuku dispersed it. Endeavor noticed this. He realized that Izuku not only has flame control, perfect flame control, but he has temperature control as well. So he realizes that he didn't just breed one super son, he bred two of them. And this pushed him. However, Izuku's mentality is the thing that changed Endeavor, because he grew up with love from his mother, and his flame is way more powerful. Endeavor couldn't push Izuku the same way he did Todoroki. The only thing that changed is when Rei finally broke and tipped boiling water on Shoto and Izuku. But what goes down is the boiling water did nothing to Izuku. Izuku just looked up, and as it started to burn Todoroki, Izuku removed the heat from the water immediately. She tried to slap Izuku, but Izuku put a flaming hand in front of her. Bear in mind, Izuku can't control the flame, so it was a fire construct and protected him from her slap. Bear in mind, why Izuku can't control the flames is because one, his mother is Inko and she can control things, but she was weak at it. And two, his father is Endeavor. So of course Izuku has two quirks and a mutation towards it. And so what goes down is she gets locked up, and put into a mental hospital, and Izuku and Todoroki's life really changes differently. Todoroki hates Endeavor still, but he doesn't stop using his fire side, because if he doesn't, he's always going to lose to Izuku. Because technically, if he fights Izuku, all he's doing is working with hand-to-hand combat, because Izuku can control any flame that's weaker than his. That's Endeavor's and Todoroki's. And any flame that's around him, he can control it, which is pretty cool. But what goes down is Todoroki had to use fire to fight, because his ice side was nothing. It just felt like he was quirkless around Izuku. And so both Izuku and Todoroki were masters at hand-to-hand combat at a young age, due to the fact that Todoroki had to learn how to fight. Endeavor realized that no matter what, Izuku was the great obstacle for Todoroki. And Todoroki was just a new type of training with Izuku, because Izuku's quirk nullified all of this, technically. And what goes down is, for the next 6 years, Izuku and Todoroki trained tirelessly until on their 12th birthday. This is the thing that surprised Endeavor, because Todoroki continued to use his flames thanks to his encouragement of his loving brother, and Endeavor couldn't break Izuku's loving spirit and his mother's will. What goes down, Endeavor had to face the reality that one, both his sons are going to surpass him, and they're going to beat him. And not only that, his All Might loving son Izuku is going to beat All Might. He knows that for a fact. He knows Todoroki is going to beat him, but he just has this confidence to know that Izuku Midoriya is going to beat All Might. He knows that because Izuku is the perfect version to Dabi or Toya Todoroki. And so what goes down is Izuku and Todoroki start to change up from Endeavor. Endeavor starts to change. His abusive ways entirely disappear. And he just makes sure that the boys train. He goes, you guys want to train every day. And over the next few years before they start UA, all of the Todoroki kids, including Izuku Midoriya, feel this change. And Natsuo, by the time Izuku and them go to UA, he doesn't hate Endeavor anymore. He still has a form of resentment, but he doesn't hate Endeavor. Todoroki has gotten over himself, and he's gone to see his mother. And Rei kind of slowly but surely has built herself up, and Fiomi, she's happy, Endeavor's still a brooding type and slow to talk, but it's made them closer, and she knows that it's because of Izuku. Izuku finally secured Endeavor's hunger, finally secured Endeavor's drive, knowing that if he's not going to beat All Might, his two boys are. And Endeavor knows this. Todoroki, by this time, he doesn't hate Endeavor. He's just, annoyed about him. He goes, that's my stupid old man. Izuku at the same time has the same feeling, that's my stupid dad. But Izuku never forgets his mother. His mother is his driving force. She loved him regardless of his quirk. Endeavor realizes that, and so that was the driving change in Izuku. And so when it came to Izuku and Todoroki on their last day of middle school. What goes down is they're both talking, and as Todoroki is still, he barely talks to anyone. He's kind of out there now, okay? He kind of talks a lot, but not at the same time. Izuku, however, is still Izuku. He's a mega nerd. He still loves the same thing, but he's a fighter nonetheless. He's not too aggressive, not too arrogant, but he'll call you out on your talking kaga. And so, as on the last day of middle school at their school, because they go to a rich school, Izuku and Todoroki talk about what they're going to do for the next 10 months, before UA starts. Todoroki states that he wants to learn how to do more ice control and form more complex structures, and not only that, see if he can control other ice. And Izuku's like, wow, that's pretty much the opposite on what I can do. That's pretty cool, actually, Shoto. And they both look at each other, and he goes, what about you, Deku? And Izuku goes, you gonna call me that name, really? I hate that name. He goes, well, it stuck with me, I really did, and who gives a damn about that bully that used to call you that? What's he gonna do? You're gonna wrap him up in your fire and crush him, right? And Izuku's like, yeah, you're right, I can do that. Or I can just take away the heat from his explosions and he'll be nothing but a quirkless idiot. Todoroki and Izuku look at each other and they both smile like, yeah, that's simple. And Todoroki goes, but if I ever see that bully, fire erupts on his left hand, he goes, I'll give him a piece of my mind. How dare he thinks he can bully my brother. And Izuku say, no, Shoto, no, that's alright. And so he goes, but anyway, you didn't answer my question, Izuku. And he goes, I'm gonna be learning how to try and make more complex structures. Father told us to be more creative, so what I'm trying to do is I can make a full flame armor, which doesn't burn no one around. There's no heat perfectly exhibiting that. So even if you had a thermal camera, you wouldn't see me. And Todoroki's like, really? And he goes, yeah, I'm able to control the flames and the constructs to that point, but I can still burst the heat through it if I wanted to. And he goes, wow, you always amaze me with those your flames, Izuku. And he goes, well, yeah, that our flames if you don't look at it though, because your flames are my flames, And they both fist bump. And he goes, well, and so the school finishes and they begin to train, and Izuku and Todoroki become beasts. Izuku, what's it called, always flies around. He always flies around using his flame, but he doesn't burn everything. What he does is he makes wings out of his fire, perfect flaming construct wings with no heat coming from them. And so they're pretty much like Hawks', but flame versions. And Izuku likes Hawk's abilities, and because Hawks is an Endeavor fan, of course Izuku has met Hawks before. Now Izuku flies around all the time with these wings and lands, He learned how to make many things, weapons, barriers, you name it. He's pretty much a flame version of a Green Lantern, just fire version. But the only difference is that Izuku can reinforce himself. Because his quirk also is a mutation, he can reinforce his physical self. His flames have unique other abilities. One noticeable ability that Izuku noticed at a young age was his flames under extreme conditions. He can use it to heal people. But it will take a period of time. Like, it won't take like a recovery girl can kiss you and heal both your arms and legs instead. No, Izuku's flames has to be around you for a good hour or so to get the full effect. Izuku's able to do so because he does the same with his own injuries. He learnt it young, and Devi learnt it at the same time. So Izuku has a healing factor with his flames within himself, but also can produce it outside at a weaker version. Okay, and so that's a topic for the future that you guys can all see. But anyway, what goes down is Izuku has mastered his ability that he wanted to train on, and what goes down is he headed to the start of the UA entrance exam. But Izuku and Todoroki don't do the entrance exam because they are Endeavor's son. But even though Izuku kept his mother's last name, what ends up going down is they take the recommendation, and the recommendation course is apparently much more harder than the entrance exam. Izuku and Todoroki are in the waiting room, and what happens is a girl by the name of Momoyo Rosie walked in, and Izuku goes, wow, she's hot, Shoto, look at her. Todoroki looks at her and instantly like, whoa, his face goes red, and Izuku goes, you're blushing. He goes, no I'm not, it's just, what, is it hot, Mr. Icy Hot? And he's like, I told you you're not in it, stop calling me that, Deku. And I'm like, hey, you call me Deku, I call you Icy Hot. I like the name, why don't you just call you that? Your quirk's Icy Hot. And he goes, shut up. And Izuku's like, smiling at his brother. Well, it goes down, this Endeavor's watching them, and he goes, those two idiots. He goes, they can't even focus right now. But knowing them, they're gonna ace the test and destroy everything. Oh well. Endeavor goes, well, tell me how my boys do. He instantly leaves and goes off back to his own job. Izuku and them are sitting there and they do the written test, and what happens is Izuku gets 100% because he's still an absolute nerd, but more on the, he's got the money to learn even more stuff now because his dad's a rich hero. Todoroki himself, he does pretty good, not as good as Izuku, but he does pretty good, and Momo beats Todoroki, and does only a little bit less than Izuku, but still Izuku wins compared to all of them. And so what goes down is it comes to the entrance to the actual practical test. Now this is when all three of them are sitting down, and Izuku goes, "Well, hey, what's your name, by the way? I saw you in the written test, but I didn't want to say nothing to make you feel nervous." And she goes, "Oh, my name is Momoyori Rozu." And Izuku goes, "Well, nice to meet you. Your suit's really revealing, but I'm guessing your quirk is the reason why?" And she goes, yeah, blushing even more. And Izuku goes, "Don't worry, my clothes is, my costume itself has to be a certain way too, because the head on my head never stops burning." And she's like, "I noticed that about your head." And he goes, "Yeah, even though my hair's green and that, my flames are blue." And Izuku goes, "Well, looks like I'm first, Shoto. See you soon." They both high five, and he goes, "Nice meeting you, Momo. This is my brother, Shoto Todoroki. You should meet him. I think he has a crush on you." And he goes, "Deku, you idiot!" And Izuku instantly flies away using his wings. And Momo's like, "Whoa, he's got wings?" And she's like, "Wait, you have a crush on me?" And she instantly goes red. And Todoroki's like, "Ugh." They both just look awkward as hell. And Izuku's like, "Heh." And he flies away, and as he gets into the arena, he sits down, and he goes, "So, what's about to happen?" Immediately, he feels rumbling, a building breaks behind him, and a 0 Pointer immediately appears and rushes at Izuku. And Izuku says, "No warning, huh? Alright then." Instantly makes a massive flaming barrier around him, stopping the robot's fist from even hitting him. Izuku goes, "Wow, these are pretty strong. Too bad." Instantly, Izuku flexes his hand. The flames instantly go from normal blue to jet blue, cutting right through the entire 0 Pointer's arm. Izuku makes sure not to melt it. He just wants to show the precise skill he has, and so he cuts it with a flaming sword, massive one, jet blue version. And then Izuku instantly appears up top by the robot, and he puts his head up. Flames ignite from Izuku's hands, and a massive flaming sword comes up. And Izuku's like, "This is easy." He comes down and he immediately slices the 0 Pointer into two. And what goes down is when they see that, they're like, "Wow, this kid's incredible." And another 0 Pointer comes. Izuku immediately turns around and makes a flaming javelin or spear and throws it right through the 0 Pointer's head. As it hits the 0 Pointer, Izuku goes, "Explode." The flame explodes in the 0 Pointer, causing a massive area damage, destroying the entire upper half of the 0 Pointer. They're like, "Whoa, his flames are crazy. Who is this kid?" "He's Izuku Midoria, the son of Enku Midoria and Enji Todoroki." And they're like, and Aizawa goes, "Yep, I know that kid. I've been training him and the other kid for a long time." And Nezu goes, "Yeah, I've known that for a while." And all the other teachers are like, "What?" And he goes, "Yep, that boy there is the youngest son of Endeavor. It's a child born out of wedlock, but hey, don't worry about him. He's a pretty good kid. I'll be more worried about trying to fight the kid." And he goes, "Even if I stop the kid's quirk, he's quite versatile. It's still a mutation, meaning that flame on his head he can use that and ignite that and hurt me with." And they're like, "Wow, really? This kid really did that to you, Aizawa?" And he goes, "Yep. These two kids are not to be messed with. Definitely number 1 and number 2 material right there. Intelligent, calculative, logical, tactical. These kids are masterpieces on the Endeavor. Not gonna lie." They're like, "Whoa." Anyway, Izuku's just running around, and when he sees another 0 Pointer, he immediately makes a massive flaming bow, pulls back an arrow and shoots it. The arrow turns to 1, 2, 6, 12 bomb, explodes to multiple arrows, and they destroy the other 0 Pointer like it's nothing. And Izuku's floats in the air until he turns around, and the 0 Pointer goes to go crush Izuku. And Izuku's like, "Alright then." Immediately bursts into flames around him, and the flames go up, and the massive hand constructs of fire grabs the 0 Pointer's hand. Izuku ignites the flames and making it bigger, which ends up making him into like a flaming Susanoo. Okay, I'm just gonna use that reference to the flaming Susanoo because it's easy to say. Okay, because if you guys haven't watched Green Lantern, how he makes his massive robot structures with his Green Lantern ring. Izuku's gonna make the same type of Susanoo kind of structure with fire. As he rips the the 0 Pointer's arm off, Izuku's massive Susanoo flame soldier immediately destroys the 0 Pointer with the fists right through it. Izuku picks it up and throws it over like it's nothing, and then turns back into the normal human that he is. The fire gets absorbed into Izuku's head, making it easier for Izuku. Izuku's like, "Huh, that saves up all the damages." Izuku walks away, and he goes, "Is that it?" President Mike goes, yeah, kid, that's it. You can go now." Everyone's speechless by Aizawa and Principal Nezu, and Izuku's like, He walks down and goes, your turn, Todoroki. And Todoroki does great. Well, I mean great, he does awesome. He gets in the field. The moment 0 pointer comes out, immediately uses ice on his foot and uses his left side to burst the flame, and he compresses it to like a jet flame itself and blasts him around. So in the front, he's pretty much doing Iceman's type of thing, swerving around, but he's also using the flames to make him go faster. And Izuku's like, wow, that's pretty cool. And what happens to Todoroki jumps up and he instantly throws his hand up, and the ice that he created turns into massive spikes, shooting through 2 0 pointers like they're nothing. And as they shoot right through, Todoroki pulls the ice shard onto him and he jumps onto it and he uses it to levitate off the ground, and he throws it around, controlling the ice. And Izuku's like, hey, that's pretty cool. He did it already. Nice. Todoroki compresses the ice under his feet to make it darker, more able to handle the heat that he's about to exert. And as the other 2 0 pointers come at him, he flies right at it and he instantly pulls his hand forward. He ignites it straight away. He does a massive, prominence burn attack, much like Endeavor's, and compresses it and shoots it right through the first 0 pointer like it's nothing, and it blows it up entirely. And then the ice shard that he was standing on, he instantly turns it and kicks off it, and he immediately breaks it into like massive showers of ice, destroying the other other 0 pointer like it was nothing. And before he hits the ground, he uses the fire to blast on the ground. He grabs some more ice that's around him, stands on it, and makes an easy structure slide all the way to the exit. And he's like, When all the teachers see this, they're like, what the hell? And Momo's like, I'm gonna be at a school with these guys. Like, one, Todoroki's hot and she knows that, but two, these two brothers are this powerful. Like, what the hell? And so she passes, of course. And what goes down is Endeavor finds out that day, that both Izuku and Todoroki, they pretty much passed it with flying colors. Izuku got the highest score ever at the school, but because they didn't do the normal Enji exams, they're not going to calculate that because they're on the special preliminary ones. But Endeavor smiles and goes, of course my kids made it. Who you think you're talking to? All mice. And what goes down is Aizawa goes, you can be less smug about it there, Enji. And he goes, yeah. Nice work on training the kids there, Aizawa. He goes, no problem at all. You kept to the deal and so did I. They found out though that Izuku's your son now, but hey, doesn't matter. And Endeavor's like, no worries, see it. He leaves up the phone, he turns to his boys and he goes, you guys have earned your break, enjoy it. And they go, but what did he say? And he goes, you guys pass easy as. Izuku, Todoroki, Izuku, Shoto, good job. He walks away and they're like, wow, our dad actually praised us. Like, what the hell? To them, this is the first time they got a praise like this, and it shocks them, fills up their excitement for Yue. Natsuo and and Fiyomi come and they celebrate too, and she goes, I'll make you guys the biggest food ever. She looks at her dad, do you want some want some food, father? And he goes, yeah, I wouldn't mind some miso ramen. And he goes, ramen it is today. And so they're all excited, they make everything massive. And as I said, the Todoroki family plus Izuku, I'm going to say he's a Todoroki, but he keeps Midoria because he wants to keep his mother's name alive in him, in his mind. And so, it's the memory that made him become so strong, okay? Besides Endeavor's cruel training, it's the memory of being a Midoria like his mother that made him so strong. Even though the name was fake, even though the person that faked the name to hide Inko and hide Izuku, it's still the same, okay? And so what goes down is, as they enjoy their food, Todoroki tells Endeavor, or Shoto tells Endeavor that he went to go see his mom again and she'll be happy to come back home eventually. And Endeavor goes, I have no problem with that. As long as you kids are fine, it's all right by me. And so what goes down, they enjoy their food, and Mizuku and Todoroki practice non-stop now, and to the point all the time, pushing themselves even further and further, becoming very, very more closer as brothers, still idiots to each other, but they push themselves even further, more and more and more. And so when it came to the fateful day of Yue, Izuku and Shoto, I'm just gonna say Izuku and Todoroki, or Deku and Todoroki, you guys all know who Todoroki is, okay? It's normal. So Deku and Todoroki get into the school. They get into class much earlier than anyone else. They sit down and they begin to talk, and Izuku goes, so how are you going to do things? And he goes, well, I don't, I've been Tixie Mama for a while and everything. And Izuku goes, good, you finally picked up your manhood. And he goes, shut up. What goes down, they smile, and in walks Enya Tenya. Tenya. My bad, I got mixed up. Enya Tenya. You guys can mock me for that. I don't mind. It's funny. Ida Tenya walks in and he goes, "Oh, I see. Much more punctual people in class. I like it. My name is Ida Tenya. What's yours?" And Izuku goes, "Oh, I'm Izuku Midoria, and this is my brother, Shoto Todoroki." And he goes, "Oh, what do you mean, your brother? He's got a different last name as you." And he goes, "Oh yeah, different mothers, but still the same father." And they go, "Oh, I see. Well, nice to meet you too." And Izuku goes, "Nice to meet you too, Ida Tenya. I think I heard the name before, but I can't put my finger on it. And he goes, "Oh, I see. Well, my brother is Ingenium, and I come from the Ingenium line." Izuku instantly snaps his finger and goes, "Ingenium, that's who it is. That's who your brother is, right?" And he goes, "Yeah, that is. Wow, that's pretty cool. What do you think, Shoto?" And he goes, "Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it." He goes, "Oh, nice to meet you guys. I'm grateful that you guys speak so highly of my brother. Nice to meet you. I think this class is going to be great." And Izuku goes, "Yeah, it's going to be." And so over a period of time, everyone starts to come into class until Izuku sees a bloody spiky-haired idiot kid that he didn't ever want to remember or meet again. And what goes down is Katsuki Bakugo notices Izuku, but doesn't really recognize him as much because one, Izuku is much more leaner and buff. Two, Izuku's hair is naturally on fire, which Ida just completely ignored. And three, Izuku is not the same looking Izuku as he remembers, but he knows this kid looks familiar. And he goes, "What the hell are you looking at, flamey haired kid?" And Izuku goes, "Katsuki Bakugo, is that you?" And he goes, "How the hell do you know my name?" He goes, "Speak, you fool." And Izuku goes, "I don't want to waste my time with you." He goes, "If you don't recognize me, what the hell's my point of telling you my name? I recognized you, fool." And he gets up, "What the hell do you say?" With explosions going off in his hands. He goes, "Yep, the same Katsuki Bakugo I remember, the bully I remembered." And he's like, "Huh? The bully Wait a minute. Deku? Is that?" And Izuku appears right by Bakugo punches him in the face. And doing so, Bakugo gets slammed right into the wall. And Izuku used his flames to increase his speed and strength in the punch, and it hurt Bakugo. His nose is bleeding. He's like, "Ugh, what the hell?" And Izuku slams his fist right into Bakugo's throat and holds him down. He goes, "Don't you dare call me that name, Bakugo!" Izuku's hands is on blue flames. He's really angry, and what goes down as Izuku's about to punch him, immediately Todoroki grabs his hand. Ice appears around Izuku's hand and says, "Calm down, idiots. You're in class. Do this when you need to, not right now." And Izuku's like, "Oh, sorry, Shoto." Instantly, he unfreezes the ice on him. He walks away, and Bakugo's shocked that he just got punched in the face by Izuku, and this punch was hard. And he saw blue flames right in front of him. Izuku was going to smash him, and Bakugo was just instantly helpless. For the first time in Bakugo's entire life since Izuku left, he's never felt this worthless or weak before. And I'm not going to state anything with the sludge monster because that happened, okay? That happened. The sludge monster didn't attack Katsuki Bakugo because of no Izuku holding on to Bakugo's All Might's leg, so Bakugo doesn't get caught by the sludge monster, so All Might manages to catch him, take him back, and no one knows about a secret. So, anyway, what goes down is, as Izuku pulls away, Aizawa goes, "Midoria, what did I tell you about lashing out at people? I understand that this guy bullied you, but keep your hands to yourself. I don't want to have to expel you now, idiot. What would your father say?" And Izuku's like, "I'm sorry, Aizawa-sensei." And he was like, how do you know? Who are you?" And they're like, "I'm Shoto Aizawa, I'm your teacher. Everyone get back to your seat. Kid, do you need to go see the nurse?" And he goes, "Like I need to go see my nose." And he goes, "Go see the nurse, your nose is broken." "He punched me." He goes, "You provoked the situation. You were about to attack him. Don't get the wrong idea. I did see what he did. And I will punish him later. Go." He goes to see Recovery Girl, and if you hear anything on the outside, as I told you, I live not far from a bloody airport, and yeah, you're just gonna hear stupid sounds and kids next door, so I apologize all of you guys in advance, and my own kids, okay? So I'm sorry, I'm doing my best. But anyway, Bakugo goes to see Recovery Girl, and he's so angry. Before he leaves, Aizawa tells him, "Put that on, meet me at the training, meet me at this place, hurry up." So Bakugo rushes to Recovery Girl. She heals him immediately and goes, How did you receive this on day one, on the first 20 minutes of school?" And he goes, "I don't know, but I'm going to." And she instantly heals him up, gives him a candy, he walks off. He rushes off to get puts his clothes on, and he's the last one to make it to Aizawa in the training field. When he gets there though, what goes down, Aizawa goes, took you long enough. Now, Bakugo, what was your furthest throw you did at middle school? And he goes, oh. And he looks at Izuku with such angry eyes, and he walks over and he goes, a couple of 60, 70 meters wide, and he goes, use your quirk. And he goes, really? And he goes, yeah, use your quirk, we're inside the circle, hurry up, I waste my time. And he looks at him, he stands in the circle and goes, this is your face, Deku! Instantly pulls back, and he does 100% of the force instead of just doing a small amount. He puts all of his explosion and throws it and explodes the ball as hard as he can, and goes, die, Deku! Explodes the ball and it gets sent flying. And Izuku's like, I should have just stopped his flames explosion, but nah. Bakugo throws the ball, but this time he managed to get 105. And he's like, beat that, you damn nerd! And Izuku's looking at Bakugo, and Bakugo's looking at him. Todoroki goes to Izuku, I really want to punch him too now. I see why he pisses you off, but I think you kind of started that. And he goes, he deserves it. This is what he gets for being a bully to me. And he goes, yeah, you're right, brother, you're right. And what goes down is, Mina is about to say, oh great, we get to use our quirks, how far? But as she does, a massive flaming hand grabs her mouth and shushes her. And she's scared because there's a fire. And normally fire should burn you, right? No, Izuku controls the temperature to an absolute T. He grabs Mina's face and brings it closer to him. And he's like, shh. You say that now, Aizawa Sensei will make our life a living hell. He lets Mina down. She's like, okay. She's really nervous. And Izuku stands up and he goes, and Aizawa goes, what did I hear? And then he goes, nothing, Aizawa Sensei. Let's continue. And he goes, smart kid. What goes down is Aizawa begins to explain the rest of the evaluation, but this time he doesn't threaten anyone with expulsion until Aizawa goes, oh, I know what that girl was about to say, by the way. It's going to be fun, right, Izuku? And Izuku's like, damn! Why do you have to be so damn cynical, Aizawa? In his mind. And since you want to think it's fun, how about this? Whoever comes last, I will expel. And if you don't believe me, ask these two. They knew the class I expelled last time. The entire class. They're like, what? And he goes, now you think it's fun? And she just shuts up and looks at Izuku and realizes that she shouldn't have made any attempt at all to think this was fun. And so from there, they begin the Quirk assessment test. They do the running one, and Izuku beats them all because he's able to jet himself right over there. He's faster than Tenya Ida and Todoroki and Bakugo. He's able to use his flames on his feet and his hands to blast them over way faster, like a jet, instantly. The sidestepping, the same too. He can do that really fast too, using the flames to augment his movement. The grip test. Now, this was the thing that was interesting. Izuku compressed all those flames within his body into his hands, and Izuku completely destroyed the grip test, increasing his strength by overheating himself, knowing that that's the way to make himself kind of super strongish. He destroys the entire grip test, and this shocks everyone. Todoroki's like, you know you're going to make yourself tired, right? And he goes, yeah, but I still passed it. And he goes, yeah, true. And so what goes down is the last but not least, the ball throw. Todoroki was smart. Instead of using fire, he put a little bit of ice on the surface of it and threw the ball with his right hand. But because he can control his ice to a certain point, he blasted away with max speed, and the ball managed to get 1,020 meters, which blows Bakugo's mind. Uraraka gets infinity, Momo gets a massive, ridiculous amount because she used the cannon, and then last but not least, Izuku Midoria. Izuku walks over and he goes, this is going to be interesting. He goes, hey, Aizawa Sensei. He goes, how far did Todoroki throw the ball again? He goes, 1,000 meters. Izuku, alright, then throws the ball up. The ball ignites the blue flames. He catches it again. He goes back and goes, this is easy. He throws the ball lightly, but what he does is he controls the flames on the ball to explode like a jet, propelling the ball like a comet right through the sky, like a mini rocket. And as the ball flies out of space, just like Izuku planned it, he gets the infinity mark, only due to the fact that Izuku controlled the ball all the way up to space. And yeah, even though that's technically not infinity, it's the fact that it's space and it has, yeah, blah blah blah, okay? So both Izuku and, what's her name? Ochako Uraraka both gain infinity on the throne. What goes down is, hands down, Izuku and Todoroki, win first and second, followed closely by Momo and Bakugo. And everyone's like, wow, That was pretty gangster, manly. And so from there, everyone goes to class. Aizawa was like, you two stay here. And Izuku's like, oh, damn. I'll see you back in the car, dude. I'll see you at home. I'm Shoto. And he goes, yeah, whatever. See ya. You should have just listened to me and waited, idiot. And he goes, yeah. And Bakugo goes, what do you want, teach? And he goes, 1, I'm Aizawa Sensei, so you will call me that damn name, Katsuki Bakugo. Bakugo intimidating. 2, you two are going to be my problem children. I can see you right now. I know the history between you two, and I'm not going to condone everything you did to Izuku growing up. However, Midoria, you are the stronger of the two. You are the smarter of the two. Get yourself together, eh? Bakugo goes, what? The stronger of the two? How dare you say he's stronger than me? And what goes down is Aizawa goes, well then I won't say it. I'll let Izuku's actions prove that he's stronger than you. But Izuku, he goes, yes sensei, I'm not going to tell you again. I will report this to your father, I have to. Nezu already knows. However, pull yourself together. And it looks like yes sensei. He walks away. Bakugo walks after Izuku and he's about to grab Izuku, but Izuku blasts flame wings out of his back. He jumps up in the air and he begins to fly away, and Bakugo's like, what the? And Izuku flies away, he's really very fast, and he's like, Deku's quirk is incredible. How dare Aizawa Sensei say he's more powerful than me? I'm the strongest in his class. He's just a damn nerd extra who got a cool quirk. That's it! And so, Endeavor hears what Izuku did, and he goes, at the dinner table, he goes, was that necessary, Izuku? And he goes, no, it wasn't. But I just wanted him to realize that I'm not that Quirkless fool that he remembers. Endeavor smiles and goes, that's it, my son. And Todoroki goes, yeah. Well, to be honest, I wanted to punch him myself. He was really that annoying. And he goes, he looks at his sons, he laughs, he eats his food, and he thanks his daughter, he walks away. You two kids keep shocking me how much more powerful and more mature that you guys were compared to me. I'm glad you guys are not going to be failures like myself. And he walks away, and Izuku and them look at his dad like, what the hell is wrong with him? Is he sick? Is he dying? Why is he paying us so much damn compliments? And we'll all find out very soon why Endeavor is paying Izuku and Bakugo's, Izuku and Todoroki so much praises. But this is when Izuku realizes his older sister found out that he did something stupid in class, and because she pretty much raised Izuku, she turns to him with a really evil smile, smacks him on the head, and tells him that he's going to do dishes tonight. Izuku's like, damn. Todoroki and Natsuo, they both laugh at Izuku, and Izuku's like, he's really annoyed. And what goes down is, yeah, life continues in the Todoroki house. Everything's really changing thanks to the induction of Izuku, massively. Even Natsuo states that he goes, you know, Izuku, I'm quite grateful you moved into our house. I'm sorry that you moved in such bad conditions, like really bad, but you changed, father. You actually changed us all. And I was scared when I saw your blue flames that you would turn out to be like the Montoya was, but instead, you're nothing like any of us. Your quirk is different as hell. Like, it just brings us, you bring a calm into our place, you know? And so Izuku's like, thanks, I appreciate that. Like, honestly, I do, and I understand. And Natsuo just hugs the little brother. You damn nerd, you are. And Shoto's like, yeah, he is. Fumi just goes, hey, you're not finished doing the dishes. Go get in the kitchen. Izuku's like, damn. And so the day passes, and it comes to the next day. This is when the day goes normally, up until the point where All Might rushes into the door and he goes, I am here, coming to the door like a normal person. And Izuku smiles. All Might is his favorite, okay? And his hair ignites into bigger blue flames, and he gets so excited. He's like, All Might! Everyone sees this and they're like, wow, Izuku's an All Might fanboy. But they don't know that yet, that Izuku is Endeavor's son. They don't know that. Not at all. No one actually has clicked onto that. And when All Might sees, he's like, calm down, kid. You don't want to burn the building down now, alright? You don't want to be like your father, Endeavor. And they're like, what? No way! You're Endeavor's kid? And Izuku, yeah. You didn't notice why I call Shoto my brother? I'm not meaning this out of any stupidity. He's technically my half-brother. The only difference is we have different mothers. Endeavor's my dad, just like his. They're like, what? Just shocked. Absolutely shocked. Oh my goodness, calm down everyone. Anyway, today we're going to be doing the heroes versus villains test. But before we do so, the costume makes the hero. He pushes the button and of course the costumes come out. Izuku's costume comes out just like Todoroki's, but his version is the green version of Todoroki's ones. Todoroki has the same exact suit as his own, like his canon counterpart, and Izuku has the other version, has the green version to that. So more like his canon self, with not the ugly one that he had, more like the one he has before he has the air gauntlets. I'm gonna state that Izuku's full forearms are open, you can see them, and Izuku just wears the same exact clothes as Todoroki, but the green version, okay? He still has that mask on his face because he's an All Might Blade fanatic, okay? And we're just gonna keep it like that, okay? Because I like the mask as well. But anyway, as they go in, Izuku goes, if I go up against you, brother, I'm not gonna go easy on you. You know that, right? Todoroki's like, I know. I wouldn't be any fun if it wasn't. Izuku goes, yeah, true. And so when they draw their names out, it's Izuku with Ochako Uraraka and Katsuki Bakugo versus Tenya Ida. Izuku and them are the heroes, while Bakugo and them are the villains. Izuku goes, sweet. Looks at both Bakugo and Todoroki and goes, and looks at them and goes, you guys are technically quirkless around me anyway. He sits down and goes to Uraraka, and Bakugo goes, what? What the hell do you say? And Ida just grabs him and goes, come, Bakugo, let's go take the bomb up. And so they take the bomb to the top floor, and Bakugo goes, I don't care about this damn test. I'm gonna kill that Deku bastard. How dare he breaks my nose? And Tenya Ida's like, is he going into roleplay or not? I should ask him next time. And so as All Might goes and begin, Izuku and Uraraka walk in. Izuku's plan with Uraraka was he will use his quirk to negate both Bakugo and Tenya Ida's ability to produce the necessary heat to light the fire or light the mutated jets on the back of Ida's legs and stop the explosion from ever igniting from Todoroki's hands. Katsuki Bakugo's hands. From there, it's Uraraka's job to touch Bakugo and Ida and make them fly, and keep them in the air while they both go and touch the bomb. Ochaka's like, okay, alright then. And immediately, because she was kind of nervous, because what she got from that is Izuku is well the strong one, well, as the one that the feisty version out of Shoto. Shoto was the reserved, and Izuku was the out there one. And she was kind of nervous because he punched Bakugo, the person they're going to be fighting, in the face. And as soon as Izuku's walking, he goes, I can feel the heat signature coming up. He looks up and he goes, if I feel it, there's another heat signature up from the top building. Izuku closes his eyes and he has like a sort of thermal vision. And Uraraka goes, how do you know that? He goes, I can see heat. And she goes, well, that's really cool. You got a cool quirk. And he goes, yeah, that's a cool quirk, I must admit. And as he walks forward, he goes, here he comes. Bakugo goes, there you are, nerd! Die! Izuku catches Bakugo's hand, the explosion doesn't even go off. He's like, what the hell? And Izuku goes, hey, Kachan. He grabs him and he goes, let's have some fun. And throws Bakugo right at the wall. And Uraraka goes, do you want me to? He goes, nah, just go up for now. I'll meet you up there. And he goes, but I thought you wanted to make him float. And he goes, I did, but I need to deal with my bully. He used to bully me when I was a kid because my quirk didn't activate until after I was 5. And Bakugo gets up and goes, and everyone doesn't hear this, but Ochaka's like, he's a bully? And he goes, yeah, he was. I'm still assuming he is due to his attitude. And Izuku walks over to him and goes, so, Kachan, shall we have a fight? He goes, don't you dare call me that, Deku! Rushes at Izuku, tries to do an explosion, but Izuku instantly backhands his hand and punches Bakugo right in the face, sending him flying into the wall. And Bakugo goes, why isn't my explosions working? And Izuku goes, besides flame control, I can control the temperature of things. Your explosion in your hand still generates a temperature heat, right? So in doing so, I take it away before it even generates. So, you can't ignite your quirk in front of me. Todoroki's like, Bakugo goes, what? Izuku instantly punches Bakugo right in the face again, and begins a beat on him. Bear in mind, Izuku's increasing his punches by massive amounts. He's increasing the strength by condensing the flames and energy into his body, and propelling his hand at maximum speed by putting like jets behind his elbows. So he punches Bakugo, it's like a rocket punch that's increased. He's beating Bakugo up and holds him and goes, what's it like to be quirkless, Kachan? Slams Bakugo onto the ground. What's it like? Tell me. I can tell you right now, this is how it felt every single day for almost a whole year. You were my best friend. What kind of friend does this? I told you I hated Quirk. Izuku puts his leg back and kicks Bakugo into the roof, breaking him to 2 floors. And when Bakugo hits the ground, he lands right by Ida. Ida's like, what the? Ochaka's behind the pillar, and he sees Bakugo bleeding out of his mouth. Izuku just broke Bakugo's ribs. Izuku jumps through the hole and lands right by Bakugo and goes, how does it feel being quirkless, Bakugo Katsuki? Kicks him over again, right by Ida. Ida catches Izuku, catches Bakugo. Bakugo, he's barely conscious at all. All Might goes, Izuku Midoriya, I think Katsuki Bakugo has had enough, don't you? And Izuku goes, oh, right, my bad. I'm sorry, All Might. And he puts his head down, bows, like, I apologize. Almost like, wow, I thought I would have to interfere. But the kid's got some sense, I guess. And so what goes down is Izuku walks over and he goes, hey, Ochako, are you ready? And she goes, oh yeah. She rushes over to go touch the bomb. Ida goes to rush at Uraraka with using his legs. And Izuku allows him to run closer, and then he instantly takes the combustion out of his engines. So Ida can't burst into flames and to make himself move. And he's like, what the? Why is my engines working? And Izuku goes, oh, I can control the temperature and certain exertions of heat. And your legs looks like they jet heat out to your legs to, make you move faster. So I just controlled that. So effectively, your Quirk looks around me too. Uraraka goes and touches Ida and makes him float. And she goes, Deku, you want to touch the bomb? He goes, no, you can. You're the MVP. She smiles and walks over and touches the bomb. And Oma goes, ha! Heroes win! They both high-five each other and then they walk away. And she goes, wow, you're incredible, Izuku. And he goes, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And no, I'm an idiot. Almost right. I should have controlled myself fighting Katsuki Bakugo, but I didn't. Yeah, that was just a build-up of anger over years and years, Bakugo gets sent to the hospital, gets sent to the recovery girl, and she goes, what the hell happened to this kid? He's got broken ribs? He's got a fractured jaw? He's got bruised muscles? Everything. Like, what the hell? Did you collapse the building on him again, Aizawa? And he goes, what? Don't look at me. He had a fight with Izuku Midoriya and he got beat. That's his own bloody fault. And she's like, well, next time, make sure that kid holds back again. I don't want to heal a kid this damaged again, okay? And he goes, yep, fair enough, recovery girl. And so, from there, Momo states that, unfortunately, both Izuku and Bakugo, Bakugo, he tried but failed. And Ida, he tried but failed. Even though they stuck to their roles, the MVP of the thing was Uraraka, because she stuck to the plan and she waited her role out and she did the job that she was meant to. And Izuku goes, yep, that makes sense. I personally had a stupid issue, and so I took it out. And so, yeah. And what goes down, the class asks Izuku, because Bakugo is in hospital, in recovery girl's hospital, still knocked out, recovering. And the match is over, but they will ask him, what's the deal? Why did you attack Katsuki Bakugo like that? And he goes, oh, he used to bully me for almost a whole year. Me and him were best friends until he thought I was quirkless, even though I told him I had a quirk. I just needed to wait for it activated. And so, yeah, he beat me up and bullied me, used his quirk on me, picked on other kids, I defended them, and him and his friends beat me up for a whole year. For necessity being a quirkless kid, I presume. And they look at him like, wow, and this changes everyone's, even Kirishina's perspective on Bakugo, because he hates bullies. And so what happens is Bakugo doesn't return to school for like 2 days, okay? I'm going to state the USJ situation is going to happen a week later. Within that week, what happens is a class rep was found, that is Tenya Ida and Momo Yaoyorozu. What goes down is, Shigaraki still disintegrates the wall, and the reporters still get it. All that still goes down within this week time period, okay? And we head to the day when it comes to the USJ. The day of the USJ attack, Izuku is like, just flexing, feeling it. It's like, ugh, I feel great today for some reason. And Todoroki goes, yeah, you do. You know why you feel great today? And he goes, why? Because you got to deal with your bully properly and now have a full understanding. You're going to be seeing him for the first time in a couple of days, right? And he goes, yeah. Oh, you're right, you're right, Shoto. You're right. And so what goes down is as they about to leave, Endeavor goes, you two. And he goes, oh, yo, what's up, Dad? What's up, father? And he goes, do your best today. I'm gonna be busy. I may not see you guys for the next couple of days, but do your best. He walks away and Shoto goes, father. He looks at Endeavor and he goes, yes, Shoto. He goes, I know we're not close, but thank you for doing your best. Shoto looks away kinda, Endeavor smiles, and he goes, thank you, Shoto. You too, Izuku, you guys do well. He leaves, and what goes down is they head to school, and they hang out, and what goes down is they all have to head on the bus, and when they're on the bus, this is when they're talking to Izuku. Bear in mind, All Might has not given away One For All. He still retained One For All in his body. He's considering Izuku Midoriya, but at the same time, Izuku's, his own personal issues is the thing that kind of slows his nation to want to give it to him. He's still thinking about giving it to Mirio as well, but he's unsure at this present time. His top two candidates are Izuku Midoriya and Mirio, okay? And so as they're heading towards what's it called, the USJ, the unforeseen simulation joint. After your suit goes to them, "Wow, Izuku, your quirk's quite amazing. It's much different to Todoroki's. Why is that?" And he goes, "Oh, so the blue flames, my older brother had this quirk, but it kind of injured him to the point where we don't talk about it. But my blue flames are the same as him, but I don't feel no injury from them. These are more hotter than Endeavor's naturally and Shoto's. And not only that, thanks to my mother's quirk, I can control my flames entirely. Izuku holds his flame and turns his flames into a flower, and turns them into a car, into whatever." They're like, "Wow." And it goes, "Here, catch." They're like, "But it's fire." They're catching. They're like, "What the?" And Mina remembers, "That's right, he was able to stop my mouth with a fire hand that didn't burn me." They're like, why can we hold this?" And he goes, "Oh, so you see how my head, my flame on my head, right? How it's always around you. None of you guys have commented, which is very cool. Thank you all, by the way. My body naturally absorbs all the heat temperature out of the flames when I need to. And for instance, that flaming construct right there, I'm taking all the heat out of it by leaving the plasmatic view. So it's still a fire, but it's like a hard fire construct, if you get what I mean, with none of the heat. I could put the heat back and burn it if I really wanted to, but no." And they're like, "Wow, this is incredible." And he goes, "Yeah, I've been practicing it for a while, you know. I'm not just like my father that's going to come and go guns blazing, destroy everything, throw everything around. Why don't I stop a car with my flames without burning them, or catch a person without burning them, blah 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 blah, I can do that." And they go, "Wow, your quirk's incredible. But what about Shoto's?" And he goes, "Shoto's, his quirk is half ice and half fire. He's got his mother's quirk and our father's quirk. His mother's quirk with him is really powerful. To be honest, he scares me with the ice quirk." And to Shoto's like, "Yeah, I'm pretty good." And he goes, "Honestly, if I was in this class, he definitely would be the strongest." And they're like, "What, are you saying you're the strongest?" And Todoroki goes, "Yes, he's much more powerful than me. He beats me every time, even just straight hand-to-hand combat. If he doesn't use his flames build up in his body and makes him really strong, but overheats him. That's the only way you can overheat Izuku. And if he heals you injuries, you know, then he'll heat up too." Aizawa hears it and goes, "Izuku can also heal with his flames? Wait a minute, he can increase his strength with flames. What kind of mutational quirk does this kid have? Like, I've known Izuku for a while now, and I've never known this." And it blows his mind, but what goes down is, when they get to the USJ, 13 does a stupid talk, and they walk in, and it's actually Izuku that notices the purple portal. And as villains walk out, he goes, "Hey, Aizawa sensei, are we having like fake villains?" And he goes, "No, why, Midoria?" He looks over and he goes, 13, get the kids out of here. These are not fake villains, kid." And Izuku's like, "They're not?" And he goes, "No, go back with 13. And Izuku's like, "Oh, hell no, I'm not going back with 13. And he flies up in the air with wings, and he goes, "Shoto!" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, Deku, I'm ready." And they instantly jump down, and Todoroki uses ice as a ramp, and shooting fire, going straight down. And Izuku's flying down with his wings. And Aizawa's like, "You two kids, you wait till we finish this." Izuku gets down, but he does pretty much what Hulk does. When he gets down to the bottom, he throws the flaming feathers of his wings out, and they instantly start to hit every single person that's around him. Bear in mind, he's making lots of them, and they're flying around. He's controlling them, knocking them all down, punching them in the head, turning those feathers into fists, punching them and grabbing them and slamming them into each other. As Izuku does this, Aizawa comes down, and Todoroki's already there doing massive icebergs, sculptures, flames, everything. You name it. And this goes down. As this happens, Ida and them still get confronted by Krogiri, and they still get teleported away. Tenya Ida still gets out, and he rushes off to go and get All Might and the teachers. And so as this goes down, Izuku notices everyone's been scattered, and he's like, "What the?" And he looks around, he can feel the heat temperature, and people all around the area, in the water, and the buildings. He's focusing. He's like, they plan on killing all these kids. Izuku gets really aggro, and his flames instantly start to turn around like a tornado. And he's like, "What the hell is wrong with you people? We're all just kids!" And flames erupt out of Izuku, and Izuku instantly shoots out flames like spikes, knocking everyone down, smashing them down. Shigaraki sees this and says, "Krogiri, protect me, bring the gnome. Well, I didn't expect this kid to be here." And he goes, "His flames are incredible." And Krogiri summons the Nomu, and he goes, "No, kill that blue flame kid." He rushes at Izuku, and as it goes to hit Izuku makes a flaming construct to catch the hand. But for the first time in Izuku's life, besides Endeavor, Izuku had the strength to hold the creature's hand. And Izuku's like, "Ugh, what the hell? You're strong." Another hand comes, Izuku catches it again, and he goes, "You're really strong, I see." He immediately erupts and turns those construct flames into actual heated flames instead of taking the heat out. The Nomu begins to scream, and Izuku instantly smashes the Nomu back. completely burning off the hands. As the Nomu gets up, his hands regenerate, and Izuku, oh, you have regeneration. That's a pretty cool quirk. I also can regenerate from damage too, but with my flames. Izuku instantly pulls up his hand and goes, so, here's the thing, I wonder how long you can last. Are you actually a living thing? What the hell is he? And Shigaraki goes, cockily goes, this is the Nomu. It was created to kill the symbol of peace, All Might, at 100%. You stand no chance, kid. This Nomu has some hyper regeneration, shock absorption, and multiple strength quirks. And Izuku goes, but you didn't answer my question, is it a living person or not? And he goes, what do you mean? Immediately Izuku appears and he's about to throw a punch, but the Nomu catches Izuku off guard and hits Izuku straight into the air, punching him really far. And when Izuku actually gains consciousness, he hits the water. And as he hits the water, Izuku goes, what the? I'm in the water? Immediately flies up, out of the water. And when he gets to the water, he sees that Mineta and Sue, the boat's been cut in half and they're about to fall into the water. And Izuku's like, what the? He instantly flies over, he makes a flaming platform and goes, Sue, Mineta, jump on this now. And they jump on it without hesitating. Izuku flies up, and the villain that can control water instantly makes a giant water hand over Izuku, and Izuku's like, he's like, damn, this is so annoying. Alright, you want to play that? Immediately blows the entire water hand away and makes this gigantic flaming Susanoo. He can only do it for a brief moment because it overheats him dramatically. But when he does that, the water begins to steam immediately, and Izuku puts his hand up, smashes the water, immediately causing a flaming vortex, and Izuku instantly jumps out of the Susanoo with Sue and Mineta, and he instantly starts to control the flames and does a massive flaming vortex. But it takes the heat away so they don't burn and die, because he's not a villain at all. But as he does so, Izuku instantly pulls the flame away, absorbs it all. He lands by the top where everyone used to be, and Izuku looks down, and he sees Aizawa about to get smashed by the Nomu, but Izuku makes a flaming lance and throws it right at the Nomu, just to hold it off for a bit. As it hits the Nomu, it spreads out, making like a flaming chain to wrap it around and smashes him onto the ground. Aizawa looks at Izuku and gives him a thumbs up. When he looks over, Todoroki's not where he was, and he looks over and sees giant ice where the buildings are, and he goes, how did you get there? And so what goes down, and Izuku is about to help Aizawa, but he hears some girl screaming. He flies up and he sees these villains about to attack them. Jiro and Momo. Izuku immediately shoots a massive flaming hand, smashing all of them into the ground without even trying. And what goes down, as Izuku does that, he flies over again. He hears the door smash wide open. All Might goes with a serious face. He's about to destroy everyone. He jumps down and he catches Aizawa. Aizawa's not as damaged as he would be, okay? He still keeps his eye and he's not as badly hurt because Izuku jumped away with Frappy and Mineta on top of the area, so Shigaraki didn't go to touch him, and the Nomu didn't get the pummel on him. However, when All Might comes, Izuku loses focus and the chains break and the Nomu rushes at All Might. They have a mean battle, just like in canon, to the point where Kogiri teleports Nomu's body, and just like the same, what goes down is All Might's body gets crushed by the Nomu's attack, and Izuku sees this. All Might, you're injured. Like, he's injured. What the hell? Immediately, without him hesitating, Todoroki, what he does, he freezes the Nomu other side, and what goes down, Bakugo hits the warp guy, and Nomu gets out of it and heals, but Izuku immediately appears and he smashes the Nomu with a massive max power jet punch, punching the Nomu into the ground, slamming him away. And Izuku stands up and he goes, All Might, you're injured. And he goes, don't worry about me, kid. And Izuku instantly puts his hand up and shoots flame at All Might's injury. And he goes, what are you doing? He begins to heal All Might's wound. And Izuku's like, you're injured badly. How did that one crush? And Izuku focuses and he begins to sweat. And he falls to his leg and All Might's like, hey, kid, let me go. That really hurts. All Might's breathing out. And as the Nomu rushes at All Might, Izuku completely collapses. And All Might's injury, his entire injury on his body that's on the left side, is gone. Izuku for the first time had to push himself beyond his actual limits to heal the injury he thought was just simple. In his mind he goes, All Might's this fragile? But no, Izuku actually healed the injury that Orphan 1 gave him. So All Might at this present time is not back to being 100% yet. However, yeah, after this, All Might breathes in deeply for the first time, and as the Nomu goes to throw a punch, All Might catches it and he touches the side and he looks at Izuku, thank you, kid. He looks at the Nomu with the biggest smile, grin ever, and he goes, now you're threatening everyone in my school. He smashes the Nomu away, rushes at me, and begins to release and goes, you think you can take the #1 hero on? then let's go. All Might begins to dominate him immediately, getting stronger and stronger. He's throwing less punches and they're doing way more damage. The normal shock absorption can't do nothing to that All Might. That's nearly fully healed All Might, you know. He needs to gain his strength back fully, you know. He's not there. His body's healed, but he's not there, like 100%. No, oops. But what goes down is All Might just completely obliterates the Nomi with the plus ultra. And when Shigaraki sees All Might's not in phase. He's still with energy. He's like, well, come on then, press him with hands on his face. But this is when he hears a bullet coming out of nowhere. Goes right past him and shoots Shigaraki's arm and leg and almost takes Shigaraki out fully. But what happens? Kogyo gets the mount, almost damn, I would have had him. But nice shooting snipes. And what goes down is the teachers appear with Ida and they take out all the villains easy. All Might picks up Izuku and Aizawa goes, I saw that. All Might, are you okay? And he goes, what about your time limit? All Might goes, I can breathe, Aizawa. All Might's shocked that he's like, he healed me. As he looks down at Izuku, Izuku's flames for the first time are deactivated in years on his head. And he's starting to feel cold. Almost like, what? I thought this kid. And they rush into the hospital and what happens is the recovery girl goes, Izuku has absolute Quirk exhaustion. He's pushed himself to the point where it actually almost killed him. Almost looking at himself. Endeavor rushes to the school. And when he found out Izuku almost died healing All Might, he's so angry, he's so pissed off. He goes, and he has everyone in his class, like he showed you there, Izuku's lying there, he's kind of like slightly in a coma sense. Much like how he was when he first awakened his Quirk and his mum died. And Endeavor's just looking at his son, he's just like, you can't die just like Toya, no, please, Izuku, don't die. And he's praying, he's like, Inko, save our son, please. And Endeavor's standing looking at Izuku and Todoroki sees this and he feels his dad's pain, you know, because he's already lost a son. They had the same power, this is fated, you know, and Endeavor's full on upset. And so what goes down is the school is being put on hold for a week, but that's all they need. When Izuku wakes up a week later, exactly. He wakes up, he's like, damn. Feels like I just got beat up again. Izuku sits up, and Endeavor rushes over to his son, hugs him, he's like, Izuku. And Izuku's like, oh man, what are you? And Izuku's just feeling actual warmth from his dad for the first true time. And Fuyumi and Natsu are right there, even Shoto, and they're like, Izuku, and they rush over to him. Endeavor just moves and just like, you had me scared, kid, you really did. I thought you almost ended up like your big brother. And Izuku's like, not to worry, old man. And he goes, why the hell would you heal All Might? You almost killed yourself saving that freak. And Izuku's like, come on, Pops. I saved him because he's a symbol of peace and he injured himself saving us. I was surprised at how fragile he was. And what Endeavor actually laughs at his son's remark and goes, fragile? And he goes, yeah, I could have did more damage to you and you would have not been as injured. Endeavor laughs and he slaps his son and goes, alright, I'll give you that, kid. You need to save fragile All Might. All Might owes my son a favor. Shoto looks at Izuku and slaps him just like Endeavor does and goes, don't ever do that again. I thought you were going to die. Natsu and Fuyumi say the same thing and Izuku's like, I'm so sorry, please forgive me. And so it goes down, he recovers, he goes home, and this is when Izuku sees Rei. He's like, oh, when did she get back? And Endeavor smiles and goes, she's been back for a couple of days. Rei walks over and rushes, instead of just walking, she rushes to Izuku and hugs him and apologizes. And she goes, she should have loved him as a son that she didn't have, but still loved him like a son, no matter what. And he looks at Rei, just has tears in his eyes, because he just feels the same warmth from his mother. Just like Inko gave him, and Izuku for the first time since his mother died, cried. Rei hugs him, and so does Fuyumi does. And because Shoto told Rei that Endeavor's fully changed thanks to Izuku, he's been at Izuku's side for the whole time, like, Rei feels the same love that Endeavor had for Toya before he died, you know, that part that died in him. And so what goes down is, that everything changes in the Todoroki home all entirely, absolutely. Izuku begins to really love this family dynamic even more. And when it comes to going back to school, they get back to school and everyone looks at Izuku and they're like, wow, Izuku, you're incredible, like you saved All Might and you did so much, thank you so much. Everyone's just like looking at him, they praise him hard out. Even Bakugo goes, not bad, blue flame head, and Izuku goes, he goes, Why don't you just call me Deku? You really suck at making new names when you give them. And he goes, shut up, you damn nerd. And Izuku goes, there you go, see? Damn nerd. That's been the same. There you go, Kachan. Don't need to worry now. And Izuku's like, you just made that very awkward idiot. But goes like, whatever. And what goes down is, Aizawa walks in and he goes, morning children, hello problem child, welcome back. Glad you're okay. You're about to miss a sports festival, but seeing that you're back now, ironically, you guys are prepared for the sports festival tomorrow, so yeah, do so. So they begin to train, they go home, they come back the next day, and the sports festival begins. Todoroki tells Izuku that he's going to win this time, and Izuku goes, yeah, you're dreaming. And as the first obstacle begins, Izuku rockets away like nothing. He doesn't use his wings because his wings are actually slower than him turning his body into like a literal rocket flame. Izuku blasts all the way past everyone. When he sees the zero pointers there, Izuku instantly makes these massive flaming whips, and he instantly slices through all the zero pointers out there. Bear in mind, no one has left the tunnel yet. Todoroki has just left the tunnel. Izuku's rocketing, destroyed all the zero pointers, and he's going past the space in the ground. He goes right over the the mine area, and he lands in the middle of the stadium. Now the reason why I didn't do Bakugo's stupid speech is because he says the same thing. He's gonna win. And so Izuku wins by miles. He beats everyone by miles. Todoroki hasn't even made it to the zero pointers yet by the time Izuku won. And when he gets there, all he sees is a massive pile of rubbish, destroyed zero pointers on the ground, littering the ground. And so Todoroki has to do like an ice jet to get around. He goes, this could help people at the same time. Yeah, he don't care. He goes full power. He turns his hands into flames, and he jumps on his ice and rockets around like a ski. And then he begins to use his abilities. He pulls the ice off the ground just like he did before, and he starts flying. And he's like, this is way easier. And he goes, I'll keep doing this. He turns the ice into like a surfboard, but he still uses his left hand as the main thing to fly him across, using his right hand to control the ice. Todoroki is bad. He's doing really well. When he gets there, everyone's like, whoa, that was incredible. Izuku and Todoroki to each other, they fist bump and they make it out. Of course, it goes Izuku, Todoroki, and then Bakugo that has made it. And if you guys are confused, I'm just going with the idea because Izuku is a Midoria. Okay, he's Izuku Midoria, not Izuku Todoroki. Okay, he keeps that name, even though he is a Todoroki, he still keeps the Midoriya name. That's something to remember if you guys have just joined the story. But anyway, it comes to the cavalry battle, and I hate this battle so much because Izuku and Todoroki go first and second. They're not allowed to be on the same team. And Todoroki goes, I would challenge you, but it's pointless, so I'm staying away from you. Izuku's like, fair enough. And what goes down is Izuku gets the same team, exactly the same team. Todoroki gets the same team. And the moment the match begins, Izuku instantly throws blue flames into a barrier around them and locks it into place. And he goes, you guys want to do anything? And they go, no. But May's like, but I want to show my babies off. And he goes, you can show them off in the next round. This guarantees it. And Tokiyama's like, cool. And then Izuku goes, Tokiyama, even if this was down, you have a pretty cool defense and attack. Dark Shadow goes, thank you, Midoria. I appreciate it. And he goes, yeah, you're welcome. And then what goes down is they easily win this, okay? And it comes to the next situation. Now, when Izuku hears from the fella that has the tail, tell them that Shinso's Quirk, Izuku's like, sweet as, I won't talk. He enters the arena when President Mike says begin, just as what's his name? Shinso is about to use his mind quirk. Izuku punches him straight out of the arena using a massive flame construct and knocking him out entirely. Izuku's like, yeah, boring. I'm not going to be controlled and be a slave. I got things to do. And so as Izuku just passes, the next battle is Shoto Todoroki versus Izuku Midoriya. Aizawa goes, wow, two brothers fight each other. It's going to be interesting. And President Mike with his mic still on goes, what do you mean brothers? And he goes, oh, Izuku Midoriya is Endeavor's son. Endeavor's other son. And Shoto Todoroki is, Endeavor's other son. They're both the same age, and Todoroki is only a couple of days older than Izuku, but yeah, still there. And he goes, wow, Endeavor having a child out of his marriage? That's interesting, but hey, I'm not the judge. He goes, wow, that's interesting developments. Izuku Midoriya is also the son of the pro number 2 hero, Endeavor! Just like Todoroki. And they're like, wow, what the hell? Everyone's so confused. Izuku and them stand there and Todoroki goes, You're not gonna make this easy on me, aren't you? And he goes, no, I'm not. I'm not Shoto. So give it all you got. And as they begin, Shoto immediately makes ice out of his hands and shoots thousands of ice bullets at Izuku because he can control it. And that turns into an ice storm. And Izuku's like, wow, this is pretty incredible, Shoto. If I didn't practice my flames, this would have got through and hurt me badly. But unfortunately for you, Izuku puts his hand up immediately. Todoroki is about to ignite his arm, and he goes, just what I waited for. He pulls the flames that Todoroki is generating out of his arm. He's like, what the? You told me you weren't going to. He goes, what? Use your Quirk against you? That's just stupid. That's just stupid. And Todoroki goes, Deku, you better not do that. He goes, oh, fine. He instantly puts his hand over the flames, making his own blue flames. And then he instantly shoots it out, making a massive blue fist. Todoroki's like, I should have told you not to use that. And as he does it, Izuku slams his fist into Todoroki, sends him flying. Todoroki does do an ice barrier and an ice surfboard to catch him. Izuku flies up and kicks Todoroki's back of the head, slamming him into his ice board, into the ground. Todoroki's like, ugh. Izuku's like, you give up? He's like, no. Immediately Izuku appears, putting flaming jets behind his foot, and he kicks Todoroki right into the wall, knocking him out, and Izuku wins. Everyone's like, wow, this is incredible. And so everyone's situation goes relatively the same. The only difference is that Bakugo actually makes Izuku really angry when he sees that he hurts Ochako that way, but he knows that Ochako had to go do that, right, you know? And so what ends up going down is, when it comes to Katsuki Bakugo and Izuku's challenge, Bakugo made sure that he was generating so much sweat and everything that he didn't need Izuku to ruin his heated temperature, you know? And so, as the moment of the fight began, Bakugo began to make sweat, you know, and build himself up to the point where his gauntlets have a max capacity that will shoot naturally. And Izuku's like, one, that is dangerously stupid, and two, like, are you actually thinking, my guy? And so as Bakugo rushes at Izuku immediately appears and starts to beat him up massively. He's like, what the? Izuku is moving way faster than before. He appears right in front of Bakugo and appears behind him and punches him so hard that he's sent flying. Izuku keeps Bakugo in the ring for a good couple of minutes, just punching him around. And then as Bakugo is about to get up, Izuku appears and kicks Bakugo right in the face, sends him flying out of the arena. Prison Mike goes, whoa, we have a winner, and that is Izuku Midoria. And they look down, Izuku's already gone. They're like, oh, that was incredible. And so what ends up happening is, as Izuku himself, he walks up to receive his #1 award, you know, because he come first, Bakugo comes second, and Tokiyami come third. Bakugo this time accepts his defeat because he got humiliated badly by Izuku. He couldn't use his Quirk at all. He couldn't do nothing to Izuku. And Izuku's Quirk was just monstrous, you know, so what goes down is Bakugo accepts it, Izuku wins. He puts his arm up, and Devil's like, hey Izuku! Yeah! Everyone looks over and they see this red fire excitement over there. This red fire briefly turning blue due to Endeavor's excitement. And if he calms back down, because Todoroki's like, calm down, old man. And Endeavor's like, oh, Shoto. And what happens is, he did good, right? And he goes, yeah, he did. You both did. Unfortunately, you had to fight your brother early. It would have been great to see both of you at the end. You would have given him a good go there. And he goes, nah, he didn't hold back. And so I'm grateful for what he did. And he goes, I'm proud of you both. Never forget that, Shoto. And he goes, thanks, old man. He walks away. He jumps down by Izuku, and Izuku say, hey, Shoto! And he goes, don't get a fat head because you won, idiot. He's like, come on! I deserve some credit. And he goes, Dad? And then there was like, don't look at me, kid. And he goes, damn. And so what goes on, they go home, they have a big feast, and Izuku's happy, and everyone's buzzing out. The next day comes, and this is when Aizawa tells them about what has transpired, and they showed them all the people that want to take them as intern, and Izuku gets all the votes. All the votes. Everyone's taking Izuku. Everyone. They just buzz on how his fire can be controlled to a point where he's practically a monster, and everyone wants Todoroki too, despite him fighting his brother. They realize that, oh, that was a bad choice. Bakugo still gets third, and he still goes with, what's his name? Best Genius. Now, this is where things kind of changed, because Izuku was going to go with Endeavor. Endeavor put it out there and told Izuku to come with him and be a part of his group. But Izuku thought about, why didn't he do something else? But what goes down is Todoroki slaps him and goes, no, idiot, you're coming with us. I don't care. I know you want to go with Hawks or All Might, but no, you're coming with us. And just as he said Hawks and All Might rush to the door. He goes, I am here in an awkward position. hey Izuku Midoria, could you please come here? I want to talk to you for a second. And Izuku's like, oh my dear, yeah. Izuku's flames excited on his head. And Todoroki's like, you bloody nerd. And Izuku's like, what? And he walks away and he sees All Might. Hold on, guys. And so as All Might and Izuku are out in the hallway, All Might is actually nervous, but he just stands there and goes, one thing I want to say, Midoriya, thank you for healing me. I heard that you were actually in a bad way. The only reason why I haven't seen you is because your father told me to stay away. He wasn't happy that you almost died saving me. And Izuku's like, yeah, not to worry. I was actually surprised you got hurt so badly. I was shocked. I was like, man, if that Noma could do that just by crushing you, imagine what I can do to you or my dad. And All Might goes, funny kid, but no, my injury was before then. I actually was in a bad way. I was losing my power, you see, before all this. And he explains to Izuku everything. What happened to him, and he goes, you're joking, All Might. No, you're lying. But then All Might shows him, this is what I used to look like when I used to turn back into my skinny form. Look at my injury. And he shows Izuku the injury and what All Might used to look like. And he goes, you have a miracle quirk, kid. Like, I'm not even lying. Thank you so much. I can't tell you from the bottom of my heart how much I am grateful for you, Izuku Midoriya. And this is why I'm here to talk to you. I know you want to go to your father's agency. I know that, but I just want to know, you want to come do some hero work with me? And Izuku's like, what? And he goes, yeah, I know my internship never takes people from UA or anyone at all for internships, but because you saved me, and I just believe that almost looking down, like he's kind of nervous, like he's really grateful. And he goes, well, yeah, oh good, definitely, I'll come with you. And he goes, great. Now give me some time because I've got to let my sensei know about you and the fact that you're not going to go with him. And Izuku's like, oh, alright, I don't mind. Izuku walks back in with the biggest smile and he goes, what was that all about? And he goes, I'm going to be doing an internship with All Might. And Todoroki's like, what? What? And Izuku's like, give you some time with Dad to learn how to control your flame in a different way. Shoto, come on, give the old man a better chance. I know you're starting to warm to him better. And he goes, yeah, I am. I really am. I can't really hate him. Like, you know, we're really powerful because of him. I can hate him and I have to be right, but at the same time, yeah. And Izuku's like, well, that's all good, brother. But you don't mind me going with All Might? And he goes, damn you, whatever. And he goes, now I'm going to explain to the old man that I'm going to be going to with All Might. And he goes, good luck with that. I'm not going to be there. And so it goes down, and Izuku goes to Endeavor, and Endeavor goes, so what do you say to my recommendation, kid? And Izuku's like, yeah, about that, father. And he goes, don't tell me you've taken another opportunity. It better not be some useless other person. So tell me, who is it? Who's worthy enough to take my son? If not me. And Izuku's like, about that. All Might come and ask me, and I already said yes. And they was like, ugh, like shattered in his heart. I was like, ugh, All Might's asked you? I told that bastard to stay. And he goes, I know that, I know. Please. This has been my dream just to go to All Might's agency. You know, I'm not gonna lie, All Might's my favorite hero. Despite you being my father number 2, I'm not gonna lie, you are a better hero when it comes to racking up saving people, but you are the worst hero when it comes to damaging things, I must say. Father and Endeavor turns his head like, ugh, but yeah. And granted, you have got more villains captured and saved more people than All Might, I will give you that. So you have earned your place definitely, but All Might's a symbol of peace. Come on, what opportunity do I ever have to go and be with All Might in internships, you know? Maybe I can learn something valuable, learn some weaknesses for you, I don't know. And Endeavor looks at Izuku and he goes, I like the way you think, kid, whatever. As long as you keep me informed with your training, yeah? Yeah, I will. And he goes, damn you, All Might. Izuku, oh, don't worry though, you're still my dad. I still have some love for you. But almost All Might. Endeavor instantly throws a fireball at Izuku, knowing that it does nothing to him, but it smacks Izuku into the head, into the ground. He's like, ugh! And he goes, get the hell out of my office. Izuku's like, yeah, whatever. But no, that was a happy banter. It wasn't anger. It was just happy banter between father and son, you know. Izuku tells his sister and his brother that he's going, and he disappears, and he goes to All Might in Tokyo. And he begins doing hero work with All Might for the next couple of days. The situation with Stain will happen, okay? Will happen. Because 1, Ida wasn't at the prize giving, and 2, Ida wasn't there getting his thingy, you know? So, Izuku and them will head to Hosu just because of plot. and you'll see why. Now, because All Might has been at full health for a while now, he's been able to do hero work, and his presence alone scares every villain. They feel that hey, All Might's just come out of hiding, like what the hell? And as All Might and Izuku begin their first patrol, they're buzzing out to see the symbol of peace is taking the kid that won the sports festival along with him. They're like, that makes sense. And Izuku and All Might go through the city, and All Might and Izuku talk. And what goes down is they become really close, really fast, and Izuku does a lot of hero work. His quirk is perfect for hero work because he can capture a large group of villains with his flames, and the flames are intimidating enough, but once he takes the heat away, it's completely a super hard, almost near indestructible construct, you know? And so what goes down is, as they do that, All Might and Izuku do really well for the first couple of days. It's on the third day when All Might hears from his master, what's called Gran Torino. Gran Torino, because he was by himself, because there's no Mirio with One For All, and no Izuku, Gran Torino still makes a trip to Hosu. And this is when he tells All Might upon the creatures that he fought back in the USJ, and how long it will take for him to get to Hosu. And All Might goes, about 5 minutes. Why? He goes, we need your help, All Might. All Might goes, right. He goes, Izuku. He goes, Deku. And goes, yeah, All Might. He goes, we need to go to Hosu. He goes, keep up with me. All Might instantly goes 100% and rockets up to Hosu, jumping straight from Tokyo and speed butting all the way over there. And Izuku's like, cool. He turns himself, he deactivates the wings and turns himself into a living rocket and rockets straight over there, catching up with All Might immediately. All Might goes, you're a quick kid. And Izuku's like, hey, I'm alright. Well, where's Hosu anyway? I'll meet you there. And he goes, I won't tell you, just stay with me. And Izuku's like, right, alright, I'm sorry. Izuku stays with All Might, and he realizes that they go a little bit too slow, so Izuku grabs All Might's hand and rockets even faster to Hosu. And All Might goes, yeah, down there, kid. Nice. And All Might's like, wow, this kid's faster than I am, even in the sky. Like, what the hell? Izuku's rocketing max speed, and All Might's right next to the flames on his feet, and he doesn't feel no heat. And he goes, this kid's flame control is incredible. He's a master of fire, like God in a sense. And then Izuku gets there, he lets go of All Might. All Might lands on the ground, and Izuku lands right there by Gran Torino. And this is when Endeavor appears with Shoto, and Endeavor's like, All Might, the hell are you doing here? And Izuku's like, oh, hey dad, hey father. And he goes, oh, Izuku. Oh, so, what are you guys doing here? And he goes, oh, my old sensei told me something was happening. He goes, wait, this shrimp of a hero is your master? And All Might's like, yeah, I want to say that he'll beat us both up. And Endeavor's like, no kidding. And Izuku's like, oh wow, All Might's scared of him, he can tell. Hey All Might, isn't this the person you wanted me to train with? And he goes, yeah. And right away Gran Torino just kicks All Might in the head, and he goes, I wanted to train this kid. But, oh well. Welcome to Hosu. As you can tell, All Might just disappears without even hesitating, smashing all the no moves. And what goes down, Endeavor goes, he goes, while you're here, my son, put out all the fire in Hosu. And he goes, you're right. Izuku instantly rockets up into the sky, and he instantly puts his hand up, and he pulls all the fire to his hand. All the fire in Hosu get taken out, and this is when Izuku notices a fire that is resisting him. He turns around to notice that Shoto has disappeared, and is going to where Ida is. Okay, I'm just gonna state that he does. And when Izuku feels this, he tells Endeavor that, where's Shoto? And he goes, what the? Go find him. And Izuku goes, yeah, right. He goes. He rockets off, and All Might and Endeavor destroy all the Nomus. That's not even a joke. When Shigaraki sees All Might, he instantly dips it straight away. He's like, oh damn, I'm not dealing with him. All Might smashing all the Nomus like they're nothing. So is Endeavor. Endeavor's doing his prominence burn with blue flames. And he goes, man, my son will make this easy. But no, I gotta do my job now while I keep my mantle. And as All Might and Endeavor finish their job, All Might drops next to him. He goes, you raised a fine kid there, Endeavor. Endeavor looks at All Might and he goes, I'm so grateful that he wanted to join my agency. And he goes, well, it's better for my son to learn. If I can't beat you, I know he will. And All Might looks at him and goes, you see him becoming number one as well? And when Endeavor hears that, All Might states that you see him becoming number one as well, reconfirms to Endeavor that Izuku has the power and the potential to surpass All Might easy. And he smiles and goes, yeah, I do. And he goes, good. He goes, so I don't want to bet against you. And Endeavor smiles, and he goes, where are those damn kids anyway? Izuku sends a text to Endeavor to tell him to come, that they've caught the hero killer Stain, and he's in a bad way. And they're like, what? As they're rushing there, we're gonna do a 5-minute flashback when Izuku flew off to find Todoroki. Izuku lands on top of the roof and he sees Todoroki trying to protect Ida from the sky. Ida's like, Izuku's like, why is Ida? And he lands right by Ida and he pulls him and he uses his flames to heal Ida. Ida gets back up and Izuku sees Native and he heals Native. And Todoroki goes, I need some help here. And Izuku looks over and he goes, no, you're fine, you got this, fine. Oh, don't worry, with me and you fought quirkless fights all the time. What's this guy got? What, it's just swords and stuff like that. You could fight this. Man, Dad was way harder than this. And Todoroki's like, he goes, well, I don't want to fight this, alright? It's too hard right now. As he's jumping right through, Todoroki jumps behind Izuku and he goes, oh, I see, because we're in the alley, right? And he goes, yeah, I can't use my power to my max potential. And Izuku's like, fair enough. Well, then I'll end it then. Izuku lifts his hand up, and what happens is when Stain looks up and sees Izuku, and he sees that both Native and Tenya Ida are healed and standing, he's like, what the? And Izuku goes, oh yeah, my quirk, I have unique things to it. My fire can burn, can hold you, and can heal people. But unfortunately for you, you're a villain, and you try to fight my brother and try to kill him. And I don't take kindly to that at all. Massive fist comes over Stain and Stain tries to dodge it, but what happens is Izuku closes his hand, Stain dodges it, while another flaming fist, a hand above him, slaps him straight into the ground, smashing him into the ground like a Buddha sign. Then Buddha's hand, Izuku does that, slams him doing a deep impression. And as the flame disappears, Stain's like, ugh. And Izuku goes, how's that? Are you okay? Are you going to continue fighting? Stain grits his teeth, he instantly flips backwards, he jumps over Izuku while Izuku was close, and he cuts Izuku in the face. And as he does, he turns around, he's about to lick the blade, but he sees the blade mounted. He's like, what the? And he turns back to Izuku's face, completely healed, and he goes, oh, you don't feel the heat, do you? All the heat that is generated from my flames is within my body. Your blade just felt 100% of my heat. Lucky you didn't lick it, you would have lost your tongue entirely. Stain's like, ugh. And Izuku goes, want me to show you something? Stain's like, huh. Izuku immediately appears and punches Stain so hard, he smashes him out of the entire alley, and he crashes into the ground. Stain manages to stab Izuku with the sword right through his gut, and Todoroki and them see this, and Izuku's like, the sword falls off Izuku's body, the metal melts off entirely, falls out of his body, he heals up, he walks out, and Stain's on the ground. He's badly injured, and as Stain tries to get up, Izuku makes a giant shoe out of flames and stomps Stain right on the ground. And Izuku dissipates it and he goes, you're done. He shoots flame at him and wraps him up, ties him up entirely, and this is when he picks up the phone and he goes, yo, Dad, so I caught Stain and Shoto in here, like, where are you guys? They immediately come to Izuku's position, All Might lands right by Izuku and Endeavor rockets down, and so does, what's it called? Gran Torino. And what happens is as Stain looks, he's like, you fake heroes, how dare All Might. And then he goes and he taps Izuku's head and he goes, well done young Midoria. And Endeavor smiles at All Might doing that and he goes, yeah, nicely done my boy. And Stain's like captured, he can't do nothing. And this is when Izuku notices the Nomu about to come. As Izuku's about to react, All Might jumps up and does a massive Texas smash, punching his fist right into the Nomu, completely annihilating it. And Stain's just having like the biggest fanboy situation because All Might's a hero, an absolute hero in his eyes. And so when he sees All Might doing absolute hero stuff, yeah, he's grateful for that. And what happens is Izuku sees that Stain's the hero and he crushes Stain, holding him there, and he goes, oh, you like All Might too? Maybe we share the same values, maybe we don't, but you're a villain, and as I told you, you hurt my brother, well you tried to, and no one hurts him but me. Stain's arrested and taken in. When the dog cop comes to see them, what goes down, Ida, Native, and Izuku, there's no damages on them whatsoever. And they go, what happened? And Izuku goes, oh well, you see, we were confronted by Stain. I was come to help save my brother, but out of nowhere, All Might and my father came out of here, and Endeavor slammed him onto the ground, and All Might's mere presence alone scared the hell out of him. So the credit should go to these two. And the dog looks at All Might and Endeavor and goes, oh, okay. Walks away, and Endeavor goes, why don't you want to take the credit, boy? And Izuku goes, because I didn't get permission to use my quirk like this. And Endeavor goes, that's the one, that's exactly what I taught you. All Might goes, he smiles and thank you for that. Well, I'll see you later there, Enji. And he goes, it's Endeavor. And he goes, yeah, whatever. Come on, Izuku. And Izuku's like, alright, well, see you, Dad. Later, Shoto. And Izuku looks at Ida and goes, I'll see you at school, you idiot. And they fly off immediately. Now, what goes down is, as they're about to leave, Endeavor actually takes Izuku to the Hosu hospital. He's like, what am I doing here? And he goes, I want you to do something for me. All Might takes Izuku to, All Might takes Izuku to Hosu hospital. In the hospital, he sees Ingenium, Ida's brother, and he goes, what are we doing here? He goes, my injury was far more severe than his injury. Are you able to heal him? And Izuku looks at All Might and goes, I can't heal everyone with my Quirk, but if this is a favor All Might's asking me, then of course, you're the #1 hero, I'm your biggest fan, I'll definitely do what I need to help others. Even if that means putting my life on the line, then I will do so happily. He goes over to Ingenium and heals him. He puts his flames and begins to fully heal him to the point where Ingenium screams in pain. And Izuku lets go of him. He collapses, but he doesn't die or black out or go into a coma. He's he was way less injured than you, All Might. I will agree. All Might goes, I think that's it for today, kid. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ingenium, All Might tells the doctors that Ingenium will be fine. He should be up soon. And tell them that kind regards All Might. What goes down, All Might them leave. And All Might takes Izuku back to Tokyo. And they begin to continue on for the rest of their week of hero training. Well, an internship until they all come back to school. And they all talk about their situations. Ida comes to school, but what happens is, with Ida as his big brother, Ida runs to Izuku and hugs him, breaking his normal sturdy situation. And Ingenium walks over and also hugs Izuku and he goes, thank you so much. He goes, oh, don't worry about it. I was a favor to All Might and to this idiot over here. He goes, yeah, I heard about what this idiot did. And don't worry, I'll punish him for what he did. Thank you so much for saving my idiot brother, both you and Todoroki. And Izuku goes, man, no problem. They leave and everyone's like, wow. Aizawa walks in and goes, I heard you did good there, problem child. Alright guys, this is your final days of our final exam before we go on to what's it called, the camp, so I hope you guys all pass. Everyone gets ready and they do the exam and Izuku comes first in the written part easily. And then when it comes to challenging the teachers, yeah, it's not a good choice, especially for this, because it's going to be Izuku and Katsuki Bakugo versus All Might. Now All Might is back to being at 100%, okay, 100%. So All Might puts his weights on, just like he does it, but he has put twice as much on, okay? And Izuku's like, wow, alright, damn. As All Might comes in, they begin their battle. And Bakugo, this time, his bravado doesn't take over. He kind of listens to Izuku. He tells him, All Might's back to being his strongest stuff ever. We stand no chance right now. What we can do is pretty much move into a position where we can take him off guard and throw him off guard, okay? That's all we can do. My flames can hurt him, but then I have to go for the aim of trying to kill him now. I don't want to do that, right? And Bakugo goes, yeah, and goes, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to catapult launch you to the exit while I distract All Might. Can you do that, Bakugo? And he goes, yeah, I can, whatever. And he goes, good. And he goes, I really want to fight All Might, but if from you being his intern tells me that we don't stand a chance, then I'll go with you. Immediately, they go back. Bakugo jumps on to the catapult, and Izuku goes, ready. And as All Might jumps in, is about to smash him, what goes down, and Izuku uses a flame wall to protect him. All Might hits the barrier, cracking it. First time Izuku's flame construct actually cracked. But Izuku shoots Bakugo past him, Bakugo shooting absolute explosions. All Might sees this and rushes at Bakugo, but because Izuku can fly faster than All Might, Izuku appears in front of All Might, and just for a brief moment goes full power, explodes his giant fire like Susanoo, and grabbing All Might and throwing him out of the arena the opposite side. And as Izuku turns around, Bakugo has made it out of the arena, and Izuku's like, yes, we win! All Might kicks the air and lands back on the ground, and he's like, nicely done, kid. Izuku's like, yep, easy. And so they go to the Wild Wild Pussycats place to go to do their training. And same as in canon, they all get thrown off, but Izuku instantly reacts and flies. And Aizawa goes, you need to go with them too, kid. This is a thing for all of you. So Izuku's like, really? All of us, right? So we all have to make it through. And goes, yes, kid. Go on. And Izuku's like, alright then. As they land, Izuku's like, this was meant to be hard for all of us, but I'm not going to allow this. Everyone who wants help, come close to me now. everyone rushes to Izuku, even Katsuki, Bakugo, and Todoroki. And they're like, yeah, no, we don't want to deal with this. Izuku's like, good. He makes his massive flaming Susanoo, he does again, kind of, but he turns that flaming Susanoo into a gigantic dragon, flaming blue dragon. They're like, whoa, you can do this? And he goes, for a brief moment, and immediately flies them all to the camp area before the teachers get there. When they get there, they begin to sit down and relax. Aizawa and them see this giant blue dragon, and Aizawa's like, that bloody kid. I guarantee you every single one of them are on that dragon. Huh, he wants to make it easy for them today. Well, tomorrow it's not going to be easy for any of them now. And while Pussycat sees the sinister look in Aizawa, he's like, he. And so what goes down is, well, they get there, they begin to eat food, and they all begin to rest up. Now the next few days, they still go through the same thing, the same exact thing, where they all get pushed to hell, training non-stop, till class 1B comes, and they continue training non-stop. Koda tries to be an egg, but Izuku's flame is just part of his mental state, and so what goes down is he stops Koda and befriends him and him and Koda have like a connection, because Izuku lost his mum, and Koda lost his parents, and Izuku and Koda hang out all the time. Now when it comes to the day where they do their bravery test, Izuku's already left with Koda to the mountain. They both go together. They sit up top just looking over it until Izuku hears a thump behind them. Out of nowhere, this big ass guy with a hoodie on, and goes, "You Izuku Midoria?" And Izuku's like, "Yeah." He goes, "I've come to kill you." And Izuku goes to start punching Izuku. Izuku immediately creates fire and catching Muscular's hand. Muscular instantly sees this, and he increases his arms and muscle mass to the point where he breaks out of Izuku's, well, he thinks he breaks out of Izuku's fire, and he's like, muscle increasing. Okay, then well, let's see what this heat increase does. He immediately burns Muscular's arms, burning off the muscles entirely, and heard in his internal Muscular screams. Izuku is still sitting down with Koda. Koda goes, "He's the one that killed my parents." And Izuku goes, "Don't worry, just sit down and watch." Izuku's just sitting there eating his food, just turning his back to Muscular, and the flames immediately grab Muscular in the back of his body. Muscular tries to just do muscle attacks, everything, but it gets burning entirely. Izuku's hand goes up and down, smashing him into the ground non-stop. Koda's just watching Izuku do so. Izuku just eating food, and Koda's like, "You're not even taking this seriously?" He goes, "No, not at all." Izuku begins to eat, and Muscular looks at Izuku, he's blood and bruised, and goes, "Now tell me, before I actually hurt you," makes a flaming sword and puts it right to Muscular's head. "Who sent you here and why? What is your guys' goal?" He explains everything about Bakugo, Tokiyami, and he explains that they needed to kill him because he was the biggest threat. And he's like, "I am the biggest threat." Stabs all the weak points on Muscular's body, so he can't actually walk without help. And he throws Muscular all the way to the teacher's area. When Muscular hits the ground, Aizawa sees this, is like, "Huh?" He sees Muscular's injuries are sizzling, burned. And Izuku lands with Koda, and he goes, "Here, Aizawa Sensei. They're here for Bakugo and Tokiyami. I need to go save them." And then Izuku looks up and sees blue flames. He's like, "That's not me." Izuku tries to control the blue flames, but they're just as hot as his. And he flies up. He's like, "No way!" He explodes into the air, and when he gets there, he flies over and he sees this guy with black hair, with burns on his body, stitches, everything like that. And he looks over, and goes, and Izuku lands in front of this guy. When Darby sees Izuku, he's immediately intimidated because Izuku has blue flames too. He stands up and goes, "How do you got blue flames? Only me and my brother are meant to have blue flames, but my brother's dead." And Darby looks at him and goes, "What do you mean your brother?" And he goes, "Toya Todoroki, Izuku has blue flames, so tell me, who the hell are you?" Because majority of these quirks who exist in this world are inherited. And we'll have Darby sees Izuku's blue flames, and he sees that Izuku doesn't get hurt from them, and he goes, "So you don't get hurt by your flames, do you, little brother?" And Toya and Izuku's like, "Huh?" Darby looks at Izuku, and Izuku looks at Darby, and it's like, "Wait a minute. You're not..." And immediately Darby shoots blue flames at Izuku, trying to do something, but Izuku gets hit by them. But for the first time ever, it feels nice to be hit with a flame that's as hot as his. And as Izuku takes it all in, as he absorbs the flames, his muscle starts to grow bigger, much like a kind of buff Izuku, and he gets really buff to the point where he looks like the one that eats sugar, Sato or whatever his name is, where Sugar Rush guy. Izuku starts to get buff like that, and Toya sees this and he stops using the flames, and the flame on Izuku's head is raging out all the heat out of his body, and says, "Whoa, that was new. I thought I was actually going to get blasted back, but your flames are equal to mine." Big brother Izuku immediately appears by Darby, and as he's about to throw a punch, a portal appears. A hard structured portal. Darby disappears with Bakugo, but not Tokiyami. Compress, all of them leave twice, and Toga leave, all of them get away. And Izuku was too distracted to realize what had just gone down. As they leave, Izuku flies up. He increases his flames to be way more hotter than the blue flames, and he puts all the fires out in the area. He explains what's going down, and they tell him they took Bakugo, and Izuku's like, "Huh, good riddance, that fella." But Aizawa slaps him in the head and tells him he's one of the students. And so the rescue plan comes up. All their situation still goes about. Mami still tracks Sanomu, and Izuku goes with them only because they ask, because Izuku's like the best powerhouse, and Todoroki's going with them too. So yeah, what goes down is Izuku and them make it to the Nomu warehouse, and all the situation with All Might and All For One begin. But this time, All For One has to use all his tricks in the book just to even stop All Might. Just because All Might's gone back to being 100%. And as Izuku's watching on, and All For One is about to stab All Might the same way he did in canon, but Endeavor comes and uses a massive prominence burn, burning off All For One's hand, and then slamming a massive fist into All For One's head. All Might sees this and begins to pummel All For One as well. They both stand next together, back to back. Endeavor's like, "I'll be the range," and All Might goes, "Sweet," and they instantly go off, and Izuku and Bakugo are watching it. Whoa! And as this goes down, All Might and Endeavor are just taking All For One out so badly to the point All For One is desperate. And so what he does is his last final acts before he's actually taken by the United States of Smash, he immediately spins around and stabs Endeavor in the back with his tendrils, by making sure he pierces his body and wrap around him, completely crushing his internal organs. Badly, and Izuku sees this, his flames ignite, going from full-on raging blue to pure white, and Izuku disappears like a massive meteor, like a white meteor star rushing through him. And as Endeavor coughs up blood and he's about to collapse, Izuku immediately appears and kicks All For One straight in the head, cutting All For One's arm off entirely, and he rushes over to hug his dad and engulfs his dad into his flames. Izuku screams out in absolute anger, but not in the way to kill his dad, but these white blue flames that are appearing around Izuku and Endeavor engulf him, and Endeavor's body is absorbing it, healing, getting stronger. Endeavor's the tendrils on his body blow out of his body, and he begins to fully heal. And as Izuku fully heals his dad's internal organs and everything like that, he doesn't realize, but he quite literally increased Endeavor's fire resistance and increased Endeavor's flame powers in general. And as Izuku's still burning out uncontrollably trying to heal his dad, Endeavor taps Izuku's head, and he pulls his son around and he hugs his boy and goes, "Thank you, my son. Thank you for saving me. But you can calm down now. I got this." Izuku, for the first time ever, having the first true love thing from his dad, actual acknowledgement, and he stands up. Endeavor looks at Izuku's flames, these white flames that are emitting from him, and goes, "You're far more powerful than any of us. I'm so grateful to have you as a son." He turns around to All For One, and this is when he rushes at All For One. All For One's like, "You were meant to." All Might smashes, does the United States of Smash, while Endeavor throws his super fire lance right through All For One's body, piercing him onto the ground, taking the hit. All For One is, he's gone. All Might and Endeavor standing in the middle, and because All Might, well, he did the majority of the attack, he's tired, but he's not the weakened version. He stands up fully. Both All Might and Endeavor standing together proudly. Everyone's like, "Whoa, the number 1 and number 2 hero." They're all so like just going crazy. All Might looks at Endeavor and tells him, "I think it's my time now to retire." Endeavor's like, "What?" And he goes, touches the shoulder. "Enji Todoroki, I hereby retire and proclaim you to be the number 1 hero. I know you want to do a great job. I know you are." And he looks at All Might and he's just shocked. He's like, he goes, "Thank you for helping me. I would have died today if it wasn't for you." He bows to Endeavor, and everyone sees this on the world. They all even hear All Might's words. He retires this day forward, and he gives his role up to Endeavor. And everyone hears this. All of Japan erupts, but not out of fear, out of happiness, because they got to see their number 2 hero gets saved by his own son and become even more powerful and take out the #1 villain of Japan. And so what goes down, the entire situation changes. Everyone goes deeply underground. Because All Might wasn't shown weak in front of everyone, yep, everyone goes deeply underground. Mirio still gets one for all because Izuku outright states he doesn't want it. He's got his dad's power already and he feels proud of his power. He just needs to evolve it. And so everything like that goes the same. The situation with Eri happens too, but Izuku is doing his work studies with his dad, All Might, so he's not around Night Eye, only until the situation with Overhaul. And when that goes down, Izuku gets debriefed and he's really pissed off. And when they get there, Overhaul gets overwhelmed by Mirio for a bit until Izuku enters the fight. Overhaul tries his best, but he can't touch Izuku, he'll burn his entire hand off. Izuku beats up Overhaul like it was nothing. And All Might and all the other heroes are pretty much side characters to Izuku becoming so great. Endeavor himself takes out the high-end Nomu easy as thanks to Izuku's white flame introduction into his body. Endeavor is just so much more powerful and he takes out the high-end Nomu without injury at all. In fact, he actually gained a little bit of Izuku's quirk, the ability to heal using his own flames. He doesn't have as hot of a flame as Izuku, but his resistance is increased dramatically. And knowing that his ability to heal with fire has been introduced thanks to Izuku mutating his quirk, because Izuku put his life force into that flame to heal his dad. And so, and knowing that, Endeavor now knows that Darby, the blue flame user, is Toya, because Izuku goes, he even admitted calling himself Big Brother. Blue flame's everything to injuries. And at first Endeavor was angry, but he goes, you can heal your brother and bring him back. Izuku goes, that's my plan. Me and Shoto have been talking about this for a while. But yeah. And he goes, good. And so after Eri's been captured from Jisaki and saved by the heroes, and Jisaki's arrested, this is when we head on to the Meta Liberation Army. Now that's been watched for a while, because All Might, even though he's retired, he has people out there. And so when the Meta Liberation Army happens, no one does nothing yet, but the battle ensues in the city. All Might and them do get the word that something's badly happening where Redestro is, and that's where Shigaraki is off once in jail. Like, he can't do nothing, he's in a bad way. And so what goes down is when they hear about a giant force destroying the forest and everyone going to where Redestro is, this is where things dramatically change in the story. Shigaraki and Redestro are having their battle and they're in the middle of it until a massive flame smashes the ground, blowing Shigaraki away and Redestro. All the heroes arrive on the scene. All Might does a massive Detroit smash. Bear in mind, even though he's retired, he will still come out and do hero work. He does the biggest Detroit smash, throwing off every Meta Liberation Army member that's there off guard. Endeavor does this massive flaming attack that blows both Redestro and Shigaraki away. All the heroes appear, all of them are there to help arrest every single member. Izuku lands by his dad immediately, and so does Todoroki. And what goes down is Endeavor goes, you two watch each other's backs, okay? And Izuku goes, right, I'll deal with the one with the hands on his face. You deal with Redestro. Endeavor goes, I'm the one that's giving the orders here, kid. He slaps Izuku's head, but yeah, you're right. And immediately Endeavor goes to Redestro and starts to fight him. Redestro is powerful, but Endeavor is just not going to give a. And Izuku and Todoroki fight Shigaraki, and as Shigaraki begins the battle, he tries to touch them all the time, tries to, but never can. And Izuku realizes that's how he wins with his quirk. And as Shigaraki gets frustrated, he's about to touch the ground, Izuku immediately cuts Shigaraki's hand off. Just catches Shigaraki guard and cuts the other hand off immediately. Shigaraki's as his hands are completely cauterized, so he can't reattach those hands. And without even hesitating, because he was about to kill them, Izuku stabs a trident type flame thing right through Shigaraki's shoulder, stabbing him into the ground. And he does a massive jet punch, punching him so hard it causes a huge crater, knocking him out. Todoroki freezes him entirely, locking him in place. And as they turn around, Shigaraki's out. And what goes down is, as this happens, blue flames appear right at them, trying to attack them. Izuku jumps in the way and catches these blue flames and absorbs them. And Izuku goes, that trick won't work against me now, big brother. He immediately turns the blue flames into white blue flames. And he's like, what the? And Izuku instantly starts to control Darby's flames and wraps him up, because Darby's still emitting blue flames around his hand. And Izuku wraps Darby up in his own flames and slams him next to him. And as Darby is about to attack Todoroki, Izuku kicks Darby right in the head and punches him right in the gut, hurting him badly. Darby's jealous of Izuku because Izuku can use his flames for better without no consequence, and his dad loves him. Izuku knocks out Darby immediately and takes him away. At the same time, Redestro is being manhandled by Endeavor to the point where Redestro has to surrender. Endeavor stands over him like a towering figure, massive exploding flames erupted by him. Redestro tells all of the Metal Liberation Army to surrender immediately to Endeavor. And they do, and they get all arrested. Shigaraki, Redestro, all of them get arrested. All Might and all of them, they give the praise to Endeavor because he's the one who enacted the plan. And Endeavor takes it and they rank Endeavor one of the top heroes of Japan for a while because, well, the whole Metal Liberation Army came falling down due to his operation under him. And unfortunately for All Might, like, he didn't do that before. But still, All Might stole the symbol of peace. He stole the symbol of peace, but Endeavor is the #1 hero. And so after these things go, well, situations go on, I'm gonna do a 10-year time skip, okay? A big 10-year time skip. By this time, Momo and Todoroki have had a daughter. Her name is Rei Todoroki. She can control fire just like her dad, and she can create things out of fire like her mum, how she creates things. Izuku has one child with Ochako Uraraka, and why do I say that? Because I was too lazy to give them a ship. So Ochako and Izuku have a child. His name, and her name is Inko. They both have daughters, and she has the same flame quirk but gravity. She can increase gravity using flames and everything like that. She can control flames the same way. Her flames are not as hot as her dad's though, unfortunately. It's much like Todoroki's, but she can control the temperature and she can control the gravity around the flames, and so that makes her a formidable foe. Endeavor's proud of his children. He's proud of his two boys. He's proud of all his kids. Around this time, Darby has rehabilitated, and Izuku actually healed all of Darby's injuries and mutated Darby's quirk to allow for him to handle the blue flames. He's still on probation on the bracelet pretty much, but he stays at Endeavor's agency, you know. Endeavor's doing his best to try to save, help his son. Around this time, Izuku Midoria has been now ranked #1 hero of Japan. What's it called? They call him the White Phoenix Deku. Everyone buzzes out that a White Phoenix with Izuku's flames are no longer blue anymore. They're just pure white, like godly white mist. They're like, wow. And as Izuku stands there looking upon, they're all celebrating, all of them, until a crack in the universe happens. They look up, and Izuku, the one above all of Deku, appears, and it's like, wow, the story was really sad and interesting. However, I liked the outcome nonetheless. I foresaw this, of course, but it was really cool. Izuku lands by his Phoenix counterpart, his flaming counterpart, and he goes, "My name is Deku. I am the one above all versions of all of us. I pretty much have every quirk in existence within my body." That he's like, what? And Deva's like, what? There's two of my sons. And one above all, Deku says, "Oh, I'm not your son, not from this universe, no." And he looks at Izuku, but you're his son, and you did really well despite your circumstance. I'm proud of you. I left a link with you, so if you want to ever connect with me, just let me know. And I hope you do really well. I like the way the things have gone, and you'll be a great hero. He looks at Ochako and their daughter, and Izuku goes, and Inko looks cute too. He looks at Izuku and he goes, "Well, I'm going to be going now back to my Ochako." He flies up and goes, "I'm very proud of you, by the way, Izuku. Keep it up." And Izuku, Deku, the one above all, flies away back to his portal realm, and Ochako goes, "Oh, look, Inko's really cute. We make a really cute child over there too." And he goes, "Yeah, we did. She got our mutation, well, his mutation, of course, but yeah." And she smiles and she goes, "Well, that was a good story. Very sad in the beginning, but good story in general. Thank you." And he goes, "Yeah. Now we'll get back to the other story, and that is, what if Deku had an upgrade quirk, okay? Just gonna let you know I'm gonna go interfere with something first, okay?" And so Izuku starts that story off by entering the story, and he taps young 4-year-old Izuku on the head, restricting how his quirk will work to a certain extent until he gains full control and has some actual knowledge upon how to do so. And as he does so, he comes back and goes, "There it is, done." And what happens is Ochako's like, "Is that it? Is that how hard you had to do it? I had to wait a whole story to get the story that I wanted originally." And Izuku's like, "Yeah, that's it." She's like, angry. "We're watching the story now. I don't care." And he goes, "Okay then, play the story then." And as Izuku and Ochako are about to watch what if Deku had an upgrade quirk, this is where I leave this What If, guys. I hope you guys like this What If movie. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and yeah, I'll be continuing with my other OP What Else with Dragon Ball Z and Naruto one-shot OP ones, so I hope you guys are looking forward to them, and I'll try my best to finish all the other ones, okay?
But yeah, as usual guys, this is Dr. Kahu saying peace.